Crookhold.
So, a few things happened last time. There were issues. You spent a little bit of time investigating a temple that you found not so long ago, trying to open the door in it.
Solid puzzle.
But ultimately, long and short, you've moved on and finally came across Crookhold. Decided to come closer. Looked like he was being assaulted at the time, so there was a small engagement.
2 trolls, was it?
But ultimately, you spoke to the people inside and agreed on an exchange where you would send Ophir in and they would send somebody out to make sure that you were both okay. They seemed a little as untrusting of you as you were of them.
That was a total prick.
So you did the swap. Ophir went in and had dinner, and it was a bit of a tense situation. You ultimately came out and you were invited in, and confrontation ensued, where ultimately the price for you resting and supplying was everything you got.
Yeah. Fear took issue.
It was also the same price for us leaving as well, wasn't it?
Pretty much. So Ophir took the first swing, and combat ensued with you being surrounded by thugs. It was a difficult situation, difficult to manoeuvre in. Ultimately, Ophir fell to their blades. I don't know what you're shaking your head for. You were trying to run away.
I couldn't heal him.
Probably would have been easy to heal him from closer than where you'd got to.
You're a monk. You don't do healing.
Don't we talk about?
So Bert managed to get in by changing into a wolf. Hey, Bert. The battle turned. Ophir actually threw.
Sack at him, didn't you?
Try and placate him. In hindsight, I knew exactly that maybe it was probably too late.
Rice took the money.
Yeah.
And
actually, though, I think that was one of the reasons that we didn't die, because him doing that meant that Reese fucked off, didn't he? Then when
I think he'd have done that anyway.
Bert basically, you did a nice little intimidate on all of them, and I think some of the murmurs were that, well, what are we fighting for? Because he ran away.
Rice went when the tide turned.
Yeah, so I think it helped. I do think it helped.
I think Rice's went with the tide turned, and if we had another 30 minutes of game time, it's. But thank you, I appreciate it.
Well, there was a bit where they started going down more rapidly. Rice ran down the hill and got on a boat. By the time that Bertolac and Orvine got down to the docks, he was already fucking off. You got control of the guys. So Rice had gone, Ophir down. That's pretty much where we were. Is there anything else you want to add that you think was significant?
I think
the rest of them were lined.
you
Sam got them lined up.
Yeah,
all their weapons were dropped.
Yeah.
I think weren't you on top of their weapons basically?
Yeah, especially the whole kind of now POW kind of like line them all up. We've got all the weapons.
Bullet in the back of the head. Boom.
Essentially, yeah.
I'd run
Until we
back
decide what the
out
hell's going on.
out of the town, back to the horses, because I had left them unaccompanied, and it's like leaving your children.
Well,
fire. So there's probably a fire
Yiban
there.
here had given 3 Goodberries, I believe, to Ulysses to get him to.
No, that was I haven't got any good brews.
That was you, was it? You gave him 3 Goodberries.
That sounds about right.
He was Goodberried up in order to take the other horses to safety.
Okay. I just know that I wrote down that I ran. Bert runs out to check on the horse.
Because there was an
I
iron
definitely
station
don't have
with
any
controls
No,
outside the...
you didn't, because you got as far as getting to the gate, and then I think you realised how far it was for you to get to the carts.
One turn out, realised that, shouted for them, and then ran back when the tide started turning.
I think you came back at the same time that Bert came in through the gate, having morphed into a creature. So I remember you being in the gate fight.
Yeah, me and Long Shadow ran back through.
Yeah, so Yiban went to go and get help, and then immediately ran back to the conflict.
The only thing I did is I remember that I ran
not pull a
down
Ross.
to the coast after Isis to try and catch
Because I
him.
came back.
Yeah, so I'll be like shaking my fist at him on the quayside. Why are you?
Are you recording, by the way?
I am recording, yes.
Cool.
So, on that note, we all know who we are, for the benefit of Tom. I'm going to start here.
I'm playing Lycidius, the level 4, I think.
Yeah.
Level 4 Ranger, Wood Elf Ranger.
Oh.
With faithful companion Longshadow.
Well, Lily's been my next question. What's the best beast?
My beast, of course, my wolf.
All right. Okay.
Bertolac de Haut Desert, level 4, Paladin. I'm fucking glorious as shit.
What's the best beast?
Gavel.
All of Eli's creatures are the best.
No, you whore.
I am playing Master Yiban, a level 4 Lightfoot Halfling Monk. And Otter.
Otter.
Yeah.
Otter's the best beast.
Yeah, because they
Otter
lie on their
loses.
backs, they eat, or they just sit on there and just eat their food. And
Is this what
Oh,
Yiban thinks the
John
best beast, or is this your just life
a
goals?
little bit of both.
I am playing Bert. I'm a level 4 druid. And I don't know what a beast is. But I could be one.
Okay, and we'll come to you shortly. All right.
You can be one, but the haircut is always the
It's
same.
always a little blonde
love
story bowl.
I love the bowl cut on all the
Yeah.
animals.
All right. So Orvin and Bert like down at the docks. You can see the ship out heading what looks to be eastwards.
Do we catch what the ship's name was? We didn't catch the name of the
I
ship.
swear to God, if Rice ends up as my Team Rocket.
He goes back and kills this next one.
Over and over
So you
and
said
over
he's
again.
heading to the east.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he said.
I'll tell you what. You can make a perception check for me.
Oh, it's not a bad start. Perceptione +1, 15.
You can about catch the name on the ship. It's called the Trespasser.
Auspicious.
Okay. What does everybody want to do? Now there are townsfolk around, aside from the people who assaulted you. There are women and children here. The women having pulled children closer to the men in some cases. But they're staying well clear of you.
How many people do we have lined up against the wall?
At this stage, I think about 12.
I'm just kind of stood there, kind of bowing arrow half notch, kind of making sure they know that don't move.
To your knees and look at the wall.
Make an intimidation check.
I think I've got negatives, hold on.
It's gone for the creepy child factor.
17. It's
17.
not bad. It was an 18, -1.
They're looking away from you, and even you're a little bit surprised when little Mr. Yiban has changed his normal voice, his normal inquisitive voice, to your knees and look at the wall!
That's a bit much. Just, I'll loudly say, everyone just keep calm. Just
4 of them already dropped to their knees.
everyone keep calm, everything will be okay.
We must not look at goblin men. We must not eat their fruits. Who knows upon what fruits they're fed? Their hungry, thirsty roots.
The heads turn half to the side.
Not at me at the wall!
Possessed.
I'll do like a little.
I'll
sing it too.
You get on that wall.
Like a little strut behind them as if it's some form of camp.
He's turned into David Bowie from Labyrinth.
We don't need that
The
bulge.
crotch.
Yeah.
It was actually a Christina Rossetti poem.
Oh, right.
Oh, I love Christina Rossetti.
Okay, so as you struggle into your tight tights,
He's gotten all hyped up, right? He's gotten a load of adrenaline from the fight.
yeah, they stay looking at the wall. They stay looking at the wall. So like about 4 or 5 of them are dropped to their knees now. A couple of guys went to look over the shoulder to see where the voice is coming from, but their head snap forward when you get angry.
Am I right saying that one of the trolls got away last time?
Its head, there was yeah, because you cut it up and then it grew.
Did we know that? Did we see it, or did you just
We
tell
did.
us? Okay.
Yeah, you saw it.
Right,
Because didn't you have to kill it a second time?
I don't know.
We
I
didn't
can't
have to-
remember what
Because
happened.
there were
but
2.
I'm deeply concerned about the horses.
Because there were
That's why.
2.
One
We
ran
had
off.
to kill the one the second time, but the other one completely legged it, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
I'm
fact
off-
check myself.
I'm off to
One definitely ran.
get Ulysses and the gang.
Yeah, one fleed, and then that second one was the one that we killed the first time that regenerated.
Okay. You go run out. It doesn't take too long to find Ulysses and the gang, the rest of the caravan. And they've moved round the trees just outside of the town. There's no one else around. The group generally look a bit nervous. But Hubie comes out, and Bryndios is perched up, looking intently on. What's going on? You right to go in?
The city. There's been a fight. It's not good.
Prices of food are really high, aren't they?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
So we wait here. Should I put the stew on? There's loads of grass around. Hubie's already harvesting some.
These bastards.
Ophir hasn't made it.
No, we'll make it.
He's dead.
Dead hungry?
I don't think so. Not anymore.
There's a moment of realisation crosses Hubie's face. You mean the other kind of dead?
What's the other kind of dead?
Not breathing dead.
He's having a long sleep.
It's terrible.
I think maybe we should take the carts down.
Yeah. Okay, we take him down. We'll stop the grass stew. Did he say anything before he died?
I don't remember. I was a wolf.
He said that?
Garum coach.
I'm supposed to be the stupid one. No. I was a wolf.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. And you can't understand people when you're a wolf.
I can.
So what did he say?
I'll have to ask the others.
All right, we'll get there. We'll turn the horses round. The big black one's been a bit just sticking his feet in the ground and won't move.
I'll have a word with him.
It's just a horse.
I can speak to horses.
Yeah, I can speak to horses, but it doesn't make any difference.
No, I understand what they say.
They don't say that no horses.
They do. They didn't like it when you cut up that other horse and put it in the stew. They were very unhappy.
Make a persuasion check.
This could go great or poorly.
Oh dear. It's gonna be. That's a 6.
Yeah. Okay. Are you alright?
Well, I'm very sad because Ophir
When
is
you
dead.
say you change into a wolf, when you do that, is it like do you become like fully like a wolf, as intelligent as a wolf and everything?
I feel like I'm me, but I'm a wolf. I can hear you and understand, but then I can speak to wolves. I can speak to long shadow.
And when you speak to him, he speaks back, does he? Okay.
He's quite a sassy wolf.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get the wagons all sorted. Okay.
I'll go speak to Ulysses and persuade him to come down.
Okay. Did you go to Ulysses?
Was that Huey or Hubie?
That was Huey. Huey was out getting grass.
Okay.
Fucking knew it was grass in that street.
It's very green and tasteless.
Wasn't vegetables like they said.
We've got to go down to the tavern now, Ulysses.
Well.
This is getting worse every time.
He's a bayou horse now.
Yeah.
Like a little bit cayenne pepper.
Get that gumbo down in Forrest Gump, down on the boat.
I got as far as well. Why should I move for you? You tell me to come up here, and here I am.
The plan has changed. Now we must go down there. But you did good. You kept the horses safe.
I did do good. I'd like a persuasion check again, please.
That's the I want more good for his face.
Oh, 19.
And who you say? When can you make more? I need them.
I can repair the spell.
He's got a
I
fucking
have a whole
addiction
bunch
now.
on me, but
Don't tell him that.
They fill you up for a day and he's like 6.
Yeah.
See his nostrils flaring.
my hand like is on my pocket like Frodo in the ring.
Like 19 on his perception.
Oh no. Tomorrow. If you have another one today, you will get sick.
Fine. Let's go back down to the town then. Get some food and grass.
Yeah.
Maybe some dry hay.
Are you still hungry?
I'm a big horse.
One good bird is supposed to fill you up for an entire day.
I don't know what that means.
You're not supposed to want anything else.
I am a big horse. The biggest horse.
Okay. Okay.
I'm strong.
You are strong. You're not the biggest horse I've seen. You are bigger than the other two, but I have seen horses.
Yes. He turns around and starts nudging the other horses.
What's the fucking problem? Look what we've created out here.
No.
You've created an addict.
Yeah.
However, the takeaway from that is I'm worried Bert thinks there's 2 types of deaths now.
I would say early on, I'm looking for my mother, who said that she's gone to a better place.
You're looking for that better place.
Yeah. Right. Coming down to the town with the gang.
Okay, cool in the game. Alrighty, so you head back down to town. Okay, down at the docks, but to like.
Why yeah, I'll be squinting into the distance to catch the ship's name as Rises sails off into the distance.
Yeah.
And then I'll stride back up to where the others were, by the gate.
Okay. Alright. So with Bert coming back, that puts most of the group back together in the same place.
Looking around at the townsfolk, I'll ask loudly, are there any healers here? Any priests? We've hurt people on both sides and the dead need attending to.
A little boy shouts out, "Yeah, the temple." The mother immediately puts his hand, what you assume to be the mother, immediately puts her hand over his mouth.
Still keeping an eye on the 12 we've got. You man, find this temple, find the priests.
Good. So it's still maintaining the march up to the little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Being a halfling, I'm assuming I'm probably eye level.
Mm-hmm.
Which way to the temple?
At the moment, his mother's hand is over his mouth.
Just point.
Points down towards where the docks are. She slaps his hand back out. You get away from him, you monster.
With my hands, just barge my way through and try to push people out
Okay.
in the direction that the little boy pointed.
It doesn't take much when you get down to the docks. You can see the building. It looks like the oldest building in the town. Most of the buildings are ramshackle huts and made of wood. This is the sole building that's made out of stone. Effectively, for the most part, square, save for a dome on top. It's been heavily plastered, although that plaster is chipping away, suggesting it's been here for some time.
Any iconography on there denoting who it might be?
No.
I'll go up into it.
Okay.
Open the door. Is there a door, or is it just an arch just walking straight in?
There is a door, yeah.
I probably can't reach the knocker, can I?
You can reach the knocker.
Okay, do the knock.
Okay. There's a resounding.
Listen out for an answer. Or at least footsteps, maybe.
The door opens a crack, and a man, very lean-looking man. You'd assume to a degree he might be an elf, but he's clearly human. Ears have none of the point to them, but his cheekbones are high, his features well defined. He opens the door and smiles. Hello.
Yes. Well, we need a priest.
Ah.
There's a lot of dead people.
That would be a job for a priest, wouldn't it? That would be me. Yes.
Well, nice to meet you, Nick. Follow me.
Just a moment. I'm just dealing with something. If they're dead, we're in no rush. So
Oh, okay.
I'm just take care of business here, and then I'll pop over to
I'm
where.
gonna try dart in underneath his legs because I'm allowed to move through spaces of creatures that are larger than me as well. So I'm going to try dart between
You
his
can make
legs.
an acrobatic check, please.
17.
17. Hold on, hold on. Okay. You slip between his legs into the main part of the building. It looks like it's mostly one room with a back area partitioned. There's, as you'd see in many places, pews and an altar. It looks like behind the altar there's screens which divided off to the back area. More significantly is there is a man or a
male dwarf.
Tied
up against the wall.
Like bondaged or like against
With
will?
his arms on a ring, up like that, with a gag over his mouth.
It's definitely kinky.
The man you initially spoke to turns around. Slippery. Come in, have a seat. He moves over to one of the chairs which is currently facing where the dwarf is tied up.
On his lap or on the
No. I'll mention next.
I was going to say,
It's
like,
like
we just not play this
I'm
up.
just telling you that. Where Santa Claus is. Did the door close behind me?
No.
I'm gonna keep my back to the door.
Are you a priest?
Do I look like a priest?
That's an interesting question. What do priests look like?
You?
I suppose they do. This one over here is a priest. Not too sure about him yet, though. Not too sure.
Because you got it decked.
Yeah, initially I didn't know who was at the door. But I guess it doesn't matter. You seem like a slippy fellow.
You chain of all priests?
No. Just the suspicious ones. Look, I'm just finished with this small interrogation, and then we can go and deal with your dead people.
Carry on.
Was that a height joke?
I'll sit down with my legs crossed.
Okay. All right. With a flick of his hand, the gag slips down your face. So, Mr.
Fuck you.
Mr. Barkew.
Change that name. Mr. Fuck You.
So, obviously I could sense the dominating arcane power just... Look, we can get over this nice and quickly, and then we can be friends. But you're in a very dangerous place, and you've wandered into the wrong area. I'm interested in helping you.
Oh, will you stop bumbling over your own words and just spit it out? What do you want?
What god do you worship?
You know.
I know.
I suspect you know.
Are your intentions here for evil?
Of course not.
Well, there's no of course about it. Sometimes people, in fact usually people are evil, don't say it or even know it.
I know I'm binding gag to your bloody wall.
I know.
He does have a point.
Look, I'm going to use my considerable powers to see into the depths of your very soul.
Will you fuck you get near me? I'll bite your finger off, you little shit.
No spoilers. I can do this just with my powers.
Can I insight check this?
Yeah.
Is he seeming like bravado or does he seem like he... We'll just carry on, don't worry about it.
Still, it's a very confusing situation.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is a sex thing or not yet.
It is my understanding that there are a number of dead men, not the bad kind. Not the bad kind, right?
They were bad from my perspective. Even when good, it's all
But are
wibbly wobbly.
Are they lying on the ground or are they walking around?
Well, they're dead.
Yes, but dead men can sometimes walk.
Well, then they become undead.
I'm sorry.
These are dead
Sorry,
dead.
it's going to take a moment more. We just need to clear up the details. But yeah, these dead men, were they on their feet or lay down?
Well, they're laid down like every other dead person.
Well, not every dead man
Well, some
lies
of them are
down.
over like a barrel because they died, so they're not lying down.
You have them over a barrel.
No, not like your sex games. No.
This is not a sex thing.
Don't judge.
I'm completely not interested in the muckiness of... Ugh.
What's his shoes like?
His shoes are, like most of his attire, quite well tailored.
Dirty or
Clean.
Are my feet bound?
No, it's just your hands.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know whether I'm like fully...
the
Hooked up.
street. Is it like it's a dusty, dirty sort of street?
Yeah.
He wouldn't have them that clean if he was out on the streets a lot.
Well, maybe he cleaned them when he came in. Who knows? But all you can say for the moment is his boots are clean.
Cleans them all the time.
I'm not interested in icky, disgusting sex games. This is merely a question of right or wrong, good or bad. I'm just determining whether this one is good or bad. You, I can tell in an instant. I don't even have to put my eye on you to know. The point is, these dead men, they are dead. They do not walk. They do not bite. They do not moan.
No, they're dead.
Oh, you, pint size, don't listen to a drop of his verbal diarrhea.
I don't understand what he's saying. They're dead. They're dead.
He's suggesting my verbs, nouns, adverbs, and other types of word are dropping from me with such force and liquid-like...
Aye, it's a river of shit!
No, if it was a river of shit, his shoes would be covered.
Well, we all have to have unfortunate muckiness of this form. The important thing is these dead men.
They're dead.
They are dead. The dead men are dead.
Oh, thank fuck!
You being a priest of...
I could use him. He's a priest.
Yeah, we're getting to it. We're getting to it. What I'd like to know is, do you wish to offer your services in this regard, helping with these dead men, perhaps ensuring do not rise again, passing on to what's the one to do with death?
Oh, you mean God?
Passing on to God. That's right.
Oh, sure, I can pass them on to God. Just let me down.
Is it the right thing to do, though?
I'll tell you what the wrong thing is to do. Is to tie up simple travellers to your fucking wall!
I really do have a set of questions I have to get through, and that's not one of them. If you could stick to the questions that I provide you rather than making up your own, you get through this all much quicker. It's like waiting in a queue. The more you complain, the longer you stand in the queue.
Clearly you've not met dwarves before.
You're one, right?
I suspect this is one of your questions. Yes, I'm a dwarf.
Excellent. So, the important thing is you're prepared to help with these dead men. Or women.
Sure, if it gets me out of here.
Your word.
You have my word.
Excellent. Where a wave of his hand, the knot that's holding you up unties itself and you drop to the floor. I do apologise. This is a not the most savoury of towns. I regret finding myself here. I have to be careful of what priests wander, especially in these dark days. Please accept my apologies for the unfortunate situation that I've put you through and any distress it may have caused you.
Well,
I offer you my hand as an apology.
I'll shake his hand and I'll be. Oh, thank you, all generous one.
You are quite welcome. Although my generosity does have its limits, I do feel I owe you one for the inconvenience that you've suffered.
You could owe me one.
A drink, perhaps. Shall we have a drink? Drink?
Dead people.
Oh, yes, we were dealing with dead people. So, we deal with the dead people. You're going to make sure, send them to Gar and all of that sort of stuff.
Oh, to Gar.
Afterwards, you, me, and...
Me?
Yes. You, me, and me will have a drink together. And then we'll all be friends.
Oh, let's not start putting the cat before the horse.
Why would anybody do such a thing? Couldn't horses... I suppose horses could push.
Pint size, would you show me where the cadaver's at, please?
What? Oh, yeah.
Cadaver.
Bodies.
It's a for
I
the
thought you
corpse.
said abracadabra. It's fine.
Abracadabra.
This way. I'll pop out the door.
The man follows behind you, shutting the door behind him, pausing to put a key in the lock and turn the lock.
One was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any indication as to, just judging by any stonework, as to not who it might be for, but what kind of who might have built it?
Yeah, you can make a investigation check on that.
I don't actually know what okay. Sure, extra stuff.
The stone thing at the end, it should be near the bottom.
Racial trait.
Yeah.
Double your proficiency. Well, double minus one is no, actually, what happened? what does happen?
I'm proficient in this,
Yeah,
but the
somehow
rules
I'm
of
worse.
mathematics
Yeah.
make me worse.
Right.
Your proficiency base isn't -1.
It's 2.
It'll be
So you get
Because I was like, what? What happened? How did
technically, I'm not wrong.
Why had no one been that shit before?
It's a 5, so
You could say as much as say the building is old, and any sigils or markings that would indicate the purpose or original use of it have long since
stone
worn
building
away.
by the sea. It's too well worn. Shame.
Yeah. But the man locks the door up behind you, and you make your way up the street to where the corpses are. You see them coming up. I see. So for your benefit, you were set upon.
Yeah.
As soon as you entered the town,
Cool.
and
It's like deja vu for Tom.
yeah. Having slightly more restraint, you decided not to stab anyone.
This time.
Or throw gold at them.
Yeah. But you've been under the care of this man for a few hours.
Okay.
So you come up the hill. So can you describe yourself fully for the benefit of the tape?
So he's pretty average sized, hill dwarf. He's fairly pale skin. He's probably nearing his middle age as a dwarf. Greying beard, slightly long tie back hair. He's in a bit of a pretty worn sort of splint armour suit. He's obviously got a long time ago. It's slightly too big for him, but it's been sort of, all splints have been pinned up to sort of hoist it all up a bit, and he's just a bit, he looks like he's just been walking for a long time. Like his cloak is all, raggedy at the bottom and stained with mud and dust.
And the man that accompanies then, he has slightly elven features, but he's clearly human. He's wearing what looks to be a long coat that is a worn, well-tailored but worn-looking green, mottled in colour. He has a underjacket to that which is yellow. and brown trousers, nice clean boots. But generally inoffensive.
Just as they're coming back up, I'll probably go back up to them myself at this point. Orvin, make sure they're tied up. We don't want any interference while we're still here. Is the chap who transferred out and stayed with us still alive that we swapped for?
Yes, he is.
You, stand up.
Okay, he gets... Alright, yeah.
Where did Rysis live?
Indicates his head down a side street. So you guys are in this area at the moment, and he indicates down this way.
Lycidius, once Orvin's got these tied up, try and start looking for supplies. We need to get out of here.
I've sent you man for a healer. We're in a state, and so are they. And obviously we're
sensible.
dead.
But yeah, we need to start looking for supplies as soon as possible. You're probably the one of us here in town who knows the best. If you can find a map while you're at it, that'd be excellent. I'm going to take this man, and I'm going to turn over to Isis's place, see if we can find anything to give us any more information. But I don't think we should stay here.
Understood.
Right, you're coming with me, and I kind of roughly like poke him in the back with my sword and like shove him. Lead on.
Okay. The priest from the temple coming up to the area and looking against the wall. Okay, everybody, calm down now. No fear. I'm sure these people don't mean you any harm. I know you've all been very bad because that's what you do. But those times have changed now, and these are a bunch of good people who are gonna. I'm sure they're gonna let you go, and everything's gonna be fine.
Are you a priest, sir?
Yeah, in a manner of speaking, sure. Let's say I am.
Well, we need a priest because many of us are injured.
Oh.
Many are fallen.
Yes.
So therefore we need the services of a priest.
What was the fight about?
Well, we're travellers, we need supplies. And I believe Rysis, the leader of these men, thought it best to take all we had instead.
He was a rough one, that Rysis.
He's fled, by the way.
No, he's not dead.
No.
Bad luck.
Many of these men are dead. They survive. We're injured.
Well, fear not. I bring you a priest.
I'm gonna tug on Lycidius's cloak.
What?
Grab your hand and yank you down to my little. The really tall one and the other tall one chained up. I don't think he's a good person. He also doesn't know who the gods are just by being in the fucking temple.
I don't care. If he can help, he can help.
Just keep it.
I've got blood pouring out of everywhere. I'm hurt. And it's very tense.
Pull out a snotty tissue.
I'm literally I'm barely standing there.
Yeah, okay.
A handful of hit points.
Clap my hands together. Right, I need to see the wounded first. The dead can wait.
They have all the
Fear
time
not,
in the world.
everybody. The priest, or the fucking priest. I don't know.
Turning my attention to what's after Rysis' men. Who speaks for you now that your leader has fled?
Most of them refusing to look away from the wall. I don't know.
Well, can we at least agree between us to relax while this priest here tends to us?
I'll go to sort of the one on the far left and see, just have a look down. Does he have any urgent wounds he needs tending to? And if he does, I've got some bandages and basic medical supplies in my pack, if I've still got it, that is.
Yeah.
And I'll get it out and I'll just,
Most of them are injured to a degree.
Yeah.
And like there are cuts and blood on most of them. A few of them look like they're sagging against the wall. The taller of the two priests comes over to you. You do seem to be in a terrible way.
Oh, not too long ago, I was fighting for my life, so yes.
And you're agitated, I can tell. You've been through a shock. A terrible situation has befell you.
Yes, many men tried to kill me.
Very wrong of them. Could I, with your consent of course, use some of my power, my considerable power, to cure your wounds?
If that's what you're going to do so.
I will do not such a thing without knowing that it's what you want.
No, I want blood to pour out of me constantly. Yes, heal my wounds.
That's very contradictory. I'm not sure what it is you want.
Please heal me.
Very good. Where does it hurt?
Everywhere.
You read that badly?
I want full hit points.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He places a hand on your shoulder. Oh.
Yeah, don't that's my blood either.
Oh. By the power I've been granted, by the power within me, I wish to see you stand more, feel better, body and in spirit. I wish that you be strong again. Now, take this power, be restored, and you can have 16 points back.
That's so dodgy for
It
that
sounded
incantation.
really bad. But I'll
Look upon your skin. See how your gashes are knitted together. See how that hole that bled so freely now no longer does.
It doesn't hurt to breathe now, so yes, that helps.
Yes. These are powers that no mere farmer can wield, that no normal mortal can wield. Only those who are blessed by the gods can do such a thing.
For which god should I give thanks?
All of them, of course. So without all of them, then all of us are nothing.
Which in particular bestowed you with your powers?
That is too complicated a question for today. You should just take heart that you are whole again, for the most part.
Yes. Well, look around. There are many of us that need your considerable power.
Thank you. How are you doing over there? What was your name again? Fuck off?
You can call me Olcott.
Oh. Okay. I will have to change my notes. Olcott, how's it going?
It's going fine. A lot of these are just superficial injuries.
He comes up to the side of you, placing a hand on your shoulder. You're doing very well. I want you to know that I'm very proud of you.
Yeah. What should I call you, O multi bestower of freedom?
Please. No such honorifics are necessary. My name. Oh.
It's funny, is it?
I mean, I'm just finding myself a little embarrassed, that's all. No honorifics. Anyway, my name is Henix.
Well, Henix.
Look at excellent bandage work you've done on that man there. It's very good.
One priest to another. It would be nice if you start at the other end of the line. I'm only about 4 or 5 deep here.
Did you not see the wounds that I healed on that fellow over there? Terrible.
Oh, aye, you could work your magic over that way then.
Oh my god.
He, I feel, was virtually in the hand of Gar himself, and arrested him back.
Oh, aye, God. But would another not be better place to knit together wounds such as grievous as that?
I think we were really wasting a lot of time. These men are quite badly injured, and
You better get the drinks in down the pub.
okay. I would not soil this body with such ill-intended lubrication. I will carry on with my glorious healing, and you do what you can down here. But know that I am proud of you, especially.
I hate this guy all. fucking one.
I'm just proud of you. Okay.
Okay.
Take it. It's a gift. Right. Who else needs healing? Well, he moves off. Meanwhile, Bertolac is going off with that fella.
No, Tennis is such a twat. Stop.
Big full stop.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you get to the house. It's this one here.
Open the door and go inside.
First thing you see in this one is a large. There's a nook which there looks to be for hanging cloaks, and then there's a large room with a large table setting, chairs arranged all around it, the remnants of a meal stood up on the table. Just beyond there's what looks to be a kitchen area, some stairs going up.
Tell him to stand in that corner. You try anything, I will run you through.
I'm not going to do anything. All right.
Well, you better not, or you'll find out the hard way. I'm feeling merciful, so if you behave, you'll be leaving this alive.
All right. You won. You won. Okay.
I'm going to slowly turn over the place, just searching anything that might be useful, any information about the place, about who he was. I suppose anything of value, seeing as 50 gold pieces were fucking thrown at the guy like last time. So yeah, I'm effectively gonna it's like drawers, open it, chuck it, open it, chuck it. I'm just turning the place over.
Okie dokie. So make a perception check.
12.
Okay. You find in a chest. You find several maps depicting the coastline.
Excellent, we'll have those.
You find a scroll case
containing.
There is what looks to be some letters inside.
I'll take that.
Okay. There is a considerable amount of money here.
How considerable?
Well, when you pull out the bags and count it up, there's about 320 gold in various denominations.
What's the providence of this money? Is this the town's? Is this his personal?
I don't know. I'm just a gopher. You won. Oh, you won the fight. That's yours now. That's the way it works.
I'm fucking picking it up.
But is that the right thing to do?
We worry about the right thing later.
We need money.
And once I've done downstairs, rinse and repeat for upstairs. Again, get the guy to move up the stairs in front of me, and then stand in a corner.
Okay. You're going to rifle these runs as well?
Yes.
I'll take it up a second.
4.
Okay. No, other than some clothes, not much. While this is a good quality house, in context, it's only good quality compared to the rooms around it.
Yeah. Right then, we're going back out after you.
Okay. Okay. Ah.
Unbelievable.
Okay. He goes willingly out into the street, hands out like this. I'm not going to do anything, all right? It's the way it works.
Right, get back with the others.
Okay,
We'll deal with you later. Who are these, Lycidius?
Well, I believe they're both priests. One is very strange and one seems very angry.
Strange priest, angry priest.
They have been healing us though. So if you need wound tending to, choose one.
I could do with healing if either of you have any power remaining.
Say no more. Unless, do you want to take this one?
I'll probably still be dealing with the end of the hostages at this point. So, no, you take it. I wouldn't dream of stealing your thunder.
Is that something you can do?
Well, I bet you wish. Just heal the bastard.
Good day.
And who are you?
I am acting as the most significant priest in the area, but not through my particular skill, just through my proximity. As such, I'm not incumbent to this location.
Well, I was hoping you'd be more permanent fixture here and know more about the running of the town.
I was trying to find out more. Seems it was a godless ne'er-do-well, but no offence everybody, but you are ne'er-do-wells. Group of individuals, robbers, thieves, thugs, rapists. You know who I'm talking about. Unpleasant. Not what I'm about at all. But here I find myself.
Yeah, I should hope you're not about all that. It seems that there is some of Eli's rays of light still in this godforsaken place.
You're a far over lie.
Actually. Forgive me if I'm a bit short. Circumstances being what they are. I promise you, normally I'm of a much fairer countenance.
That's okay. You can't meet everybody when they're in their best attire or best mood. I've certainly made missteps on introductions myself in the past, but I always pull it round.
Sorry, I'm not sure I did catch your name. Did you say it?
I don't think I did, but I can say it if you wish.
If you would.
Oh, my name is Henix.
Henix, a pleasure. Shake his hand. Bertolak.
Oh, I was going to heal you, wasn't I?
If you could.
I would like you to consider for a moment all that you have devoted to Eli over the years and the power that she grants you. And I take a pause for that for a moment. Separate yourself from that and accept, if you will, the power that I can grant you. How I can speed the healing process, which is as nature, as Eli would have it, would take weeks, even months. To just
Oh,
a few
bloody
seconds.
hell, just say the magic words and heal the fucker.
I'm going to have to start all over again now.
I love this guy.
Consider for a moment. The power that Eli has granted you, the wounds that are now in your body, and separate yourself from Eli for a second to allow my power into you to speed the healing of these wounds from the weeks, months, that might be caused by Eli, and bring it down to mere seconds. The power of Henix will heal you, knit your wounds, bind you, make you whole again. Do you accept this great power?
Are you healing me or not?
I need you to consent to receive my healing. It's very important to me that any spell casting I do is non-invasive.
Okay, heal me. Go ahead and heal me.
Very good.
It's the opposite of house healing.
Very
The
good.
less they know about it, the better.
He only does invasive even.
Only.
Feel your flesh in it. The holes that have been forced into your body by unclean, unsavoury blades have been removed as if time has been turned back and you are restored to your former self. Your former glory will be upon you again, and once more you may face a lie as a strong and proud warrior of hers, blessed with the glory that Henix gives you. You can receive 12 points back.
Have a divine sense in. This whole "you must consent" is giving me really weird vibes.
You might even say anything innocent now that no one trusts you.
You can insight it.
So just going for the divine sense. So you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell.
Don't
No
worry.
location of.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Fae, fiends, undead, celestials, within 60 foot, not behind total cover. Hallow, or
That's the one.
This guy's a celestial.
There's still like townsfolk and stuff like Lucky Loos.
I think as the situation's turned to healing, a whole bunch of them have moved away. In some cases, hurriedly skirting off to other buildings.
Whilst everyone's doing that, the ones that are dead, search your pockets.
Yeah, you can search.
I know I was told we needed some money for food, or food stamps, or whatever they've got.
You managed to drum up 7 gold pieces and 11 copper pieces.
It's a considerable amount.
I'm going to start going around the immediate buildings in the area looking for traders, merchants. I start inquiring will anyone trade with us?
So, you walk around the buildings. It looks like the tavern is one of the largest buildings, the Crayfish. Opposite that, it appears to be an eatery of some kind. It's got chairs at the front, but it's really run down. It has a sign, hand-painted, saying dogs to go over it.
I saw that from the last session.
There's what looks to be a small supply building next to it, which has got things like shovels and ropes outside.
I'd probably try the pub then, because they're getting food and drink. They must get it from somewhere.
Okay. You go through the door.
Sorry.
No, carry on if you want to say something.
No, I can do it after this.
Okay. As you go through the door, it's a large wooden building. Again, the same degree of dilapidation most of the town has. There's a railing around the top and...
Sorry, I've just knocked it with my leg.
That's all right. The same degree of dilapidation that the rest of the place has. There's a railing around the side, and you can see there are several, should we say, provocatively dressed individuals leaning over the railing. But the mood is low. Clearly, word of what has happened has reached this place as well. There's no one sitting at any of the tables.
Is there a barkeep at all?
There is a person who rushes in from the back room. He's human, has a massive moustache.
Good day, sir.
Be significant to mention it.
Good day.
You're probably aware of what's going on outside.
I've heard.
The fighting is over.
Oh, thank the gods.
Royces, the stranglehold on this town, has fled.
Oh, never liked the man. Never liked him.
We're seeking trade for food, supplies, water for a fair price.
Right.
We have gold.
What in exchange for money?
Yes.
Oh.
We come as part of a travelling caravan, if you will. So we require food, water, whatever else you can spare for in exchange for gold and whatever else you may need.
In exchange for gold.
Yes, we have gold. We will pay you.
I see. We have only the finest food, stuffs, and supplies available here, which we would be happy to exchange for gold.
Excellent. Perhaps you would, looking round the pub's dead, perhaps you would accompany me to some of my cohorts. We can discuss a fair and equal deal.
Yes, that's what we'll do. So he's gone.
Yes, from what I understand, he fled on a ship, and I doubt he'll be back again.
Oh, well, he could come back again now, couldn't he?
His men have surrendered. There is peace, there are healers, there are priests about.
Well, if he's gone, then I'm your man.
Come, meet my friends.
Oh, well, but it's only me on duty at the moment, and what if somebody else comes in and they want a drink?
I'm sure the bar can manage for a few minutes.
Okay. All right, all you whores out! I'm locking the doors.
I've never been to Grenhome.
What? There's a voice in the back. I'm still on one.
Oh, God.
There's a battle going on in there.
It's just where the spoons are closing, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
10 minutes, and I'll have the doors locked, and I'll come and sort you out.
Excellent.
Yes.
I'll politely leave, and I'll go back and find the others.
So, Ophir gave me the chest that he put some of his prize bits and a lot of his money in before he went into town because you thought you were going to be robbed. Can I look at Ophir's body for the key for that chest?
Yeah. He searched his body, and nobody's done anything with his body. Just left it where it was.
Do we remember how many people died as well?
A whole bunch.
In the fire? I know it was a bunch, yeah, but just approximately.
Didn't write that
Do you
down.
know how much you put in the chest?
Yeah.
I imagine we kill at least a dozen.
Yeah, I imagine we've laid out the bodies rather than just leaving them where they dropped. But past that, yeah, we probably
Probably
haven't
dozen.
gone
Well,
to anyone.
I was going to say, I don't think we actually got
Are
around
you
to laying out the
including
bodies, but
Ophir in the body count?
yeah, I mean, what I'll do then is I'll as I come to sort of applying sort of the last dressings and bandages and things to the people that are lined up at the minute, I'll say, right, you six, your head are hurt, but your arms are fine. You start laying bodies out, and then I'll turn to a few of the women that are standing around the sides, fetch as many, just all blankets, towels, whatever, and bring them here.
I mean, long and short of it is these guys are thugs, and they know when the situation has changed. Sensing that the immediate danger has passed, they're all too happy to cooperate in exchange for a little bit of leniency from the group.
Cool.
So they'll help move the bodies around.
Yeah, it's because what I want to do is sort of line them up at, like outside the gate, and cover them, and then we can do some last rites.
It's excellent work, by the way. Excellent, strong, commanding voice, dominating presence. See how everybody rallied to you, how they listened to you.
Alright, well, I'll have to come take a leadership class from you or something. I don't know.
Oh, no leader. The power of the gods flowing through you. That's what that is.
I know. Which one?
Oh, as you said.
As I said. Right, come on, boys.
I reached the town. I realised it was me that saw the troll wake up while I was
Okay.
back with the horses before. Yeah, have we made our way down?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. I will get the caravan to stop outside the gates again.
I said, yeah, like, it's not long after you get the caravan to stop, then you see all the bodies being dragged outside.
And then I'll go in to try and find the group to get off his body.
I think it's just inside the gates, and I think that's where it all
Yeah.
the kerfuffle has. So I'm going to open Afir's chest. I'm an old man. I can't remember what did you have in your chest?
There was a letter, and I think I put about 153 gold in the chest.
Yeah, you took spending money with you, didn't you? And
Yeah.
left the rest behind.
Rich boy Spurs was spending money. 50 gold is spending. What did that say? Or was the general gist of it?
Well.
Oh, is that it?
My mate Sam.
That's a fucking essay. Josh is not a fast reader.
Well, we've got plenty of time then. Hennex,
Yes.
you seem to be some figure of authority here at least.
No, I won't hear of it.
Who'd be next in line after ISIS here? Like, the town needs some guidance after all.
I think Rysis was dominating this town just by force of will. Look at how quickly they bent to yours. To me, it looks like you're the dominant force in town there.
Well, we won't be staying, so they'll need to learn to look after themselves.
Oh.
As a man of the temple, surely you're the shepherd here.
Well, I could take it upon myself to guide these poor souls.
Look, I went through Rice's place. We need information to figure out who he is, what he's doing, but I found this. We'll keep some for gold. We'll keep some for our troubles and our losses, but the majority of this should be the towns, if this is Rice's personal, whether it's the towns itself. So we'll recoup our losses and resupply from this money, and the rest will go to you for the continuing running of this town. In the lack of any current leader stepping forwards, as a man of the temple, you're the natural choice.
I will take this gold from you, and I will mark it as a measure of your integrity. You've done a good thing. I'm going to remember that.
Well, just because we've been smitten by the dark and the shadows here doesn't mean that the light does not shine through.
Yeah.
One wrong turn does not deserve another.
Oh,
Redemption only comes through showing the light in return to a foul deed. Showing them the right path.
carry on. No, I. Please don't stop.
Are you okay?
I know. I just when I hear someone speak with such passion from their God, I'm sorry. I just get emotional. That's all. Please, the light. Yes, the light shines down.
I think
Split in the
the
dark.
moment has passed,
Oh,
Alex.
I ruined it.
But my point is, this I will be. We've came from a town called Mistas
Mist hats.
to the west, further along the coast. I'll send a bird to notify them of the settlement's presence here. Hopefully, in the fullness of time, a more diplomatic party, shall we say, rather than us explorers, might be able to reach out and make contact and help bring some measure of civilization to this place at least. And maybe some element of trade will help this place back off its feet. It looks like it's under hard times currently.
It certainly does. The people here deserve better, at least those that aren't, these ne'er-do-wells. And the town would do well to have your people from Mist Hash, you say?
Yeah, you could certainly do with perhaps a firm hand of guidance going forwards, and you could do with as much support as you can get from the measure of this place and the calibre of the people we've met so far.
It means a great deal to me that after such a short introduction, you already see that I have the qualities that this town needs. I'm just just not sure if I can. But for the time being, this money should go towards making sure these people are well fed and well taken care of in lieu of your people from Miss Tass.
I don't know whether your town has any vessels themselves, if these are all traders out here, but if you follow the coast to the west, you'll be able to find Miss Tass yourselves. So if you do need to trade for more food and resources, perhaps it might even be worth preemptively sending a delegation yourself rather than waiting for my bird to get
Well,
back to them.
I'm no diplomat, and I certainly have no skill with words, but I'm sure amongst these people we'll find someone who knows the ins and outs of trade.
Well, they're your flock to guide now.
They are my sheep. So, I'm going to take a moment to make sure that none of these dead men rise again.
Yes, they should be sent to guard. It's only right.
You know, one look to Berserk with a normal sized book, but what looks large in my arm, piece of paper, screwing up. Fear wants me to write about it. We have to carry on.
Pardon?
I'm going to pick up off
We
this.
have to carry on.
Sorry?
Pick up
What
off this.
Fear wanted.
Carry.
Well, of course we're going to carry on. We've been tasked by the council to explore the continent, have we not? We're not going to stop because of some hardship.
And I've got to write.
Some hardship.
I'm going to make a cup of tea while you...
Naturally, offers loss will
He left.
take us a while to recover from, but
He
we
left
can't
some money
stop.
for supplies before he died.
I should hope so.
Well, I mean, he
I can't imagine he threw it all at
He didn't
Rises.
throw it all at the people we were trying to beat up to pay them.
Look, in the heat of the moment, what he did was worth the attempt. If it could have got Rises to stop, then I can't fault him for trying, but the money left is money to sustain the caravan, so
He wanted to say thank you in the letter.
mine was not quite that long. He's not a gorilla arm sound. It's been so long now, I can't remember what it says.
How many times did you have to do that because of messing up?
Oh, this first attempt.
Oh my god.
Harry, is that true?
I did this
yeah.
while you were out in LT, I think, didn't
Yeah.
I broke a printer trying to print stuff after this,
Oh, did you?
which I might need to
You
maybe
did
sit
fix
down
that,
and fix it.
yeah. When I do one, I use actual quill and ink, and I always tease Sam because he uses
Felt
a
tips.
felt tip.
And look, it works.
It does work, yeah. Yeah. I had a phase at school for about 2 years where I used a calligraphy pen for all my classes because I thought it was like badass. But really,
Such
my
a
teachers
nerd.
fucking
Whereas
fucking
we
did it
were forced to use fountain pens as kids, like we had to write in cursive, and
It was
I
a
hate
fountain pen.
yeah,
but it was a calligraphy one.
and I hate them.
We just
since,
had the
so-
shit red handwriting pens.
Yeah.
Well, I got myself a calligraphy pen, but I think the reason why I liked it is because your handwriting automatically looks neat if you know how to do it with it.
Couldn't take anything nice to
Remember
our school,
when
could
we
you?
filled up the Parker pens were all rage as well?
Oh yeah.
Couldn't take anything nice to our school. Got nicked it all. Broken.
Yeah.
And held a knife coin.
I'll
I would-
pass this around. If
Yeah.
you handed it to me, I'll
Yeah.
have the read.
I
and I'll
say
be
if you
like,
hand it back, I'd hand it to
I'll be
everyone
like,
else.
you should make sure that the others see this.
I've taken I've taken off his body into the cart
Are
and
you
wrapped him up.
Buying the
Just so
food?
you know.
Are we buying the food? Where do we buy the food?
The town will recoup us for our losses. We will.
I would have told you
Trade
that
with
I've spoken to the barkeep and he's on his way to make a trade agreement with us.
Oh, that's excellent.
Shall
That's
I-
excellent.
I'll get the cooks.
Yeah, get Hugh and Hubie, and they'll know what to restock, what they need. If only Offer were here, he had all of this figured out. 5
That's
gallons.
Extremely generous of you.
5 gallons of water. Someone has to not drink for 3 hours.
Yeah, like from an OC
Like,
point, we needed
Go
to
find
stay
QB
here
and
because we were really low
ready
on
for when the
resources,
guy
so we
comes
had
up
to
that
make
tree.
You were like,
So
ow,
everyone's
ow,
talking.
Yeah, we
So
had to
you've
make
got
sure we
Our line of
got
thinking is that they're going to need to be present for what's needed food-wise.
Right.
Say to Hennix that we were from this task.
I did. I can't be tinged by what we may suspect could be true.
Oh no, I didn't hear you say it. And
Oh,
then
yes.
I thought he knew it already.
No,
No,
I
he
told
did
him that
tell
we
me,
came
yeah.
from his task.
I will, as the body's laid out, I'll kneel at the head of each body and sort of place my forehead against theirs and
Not
like
sure that it can
say
be
a few
either.
words to my chosen deity. Essentially last rites, essentially. Base, hush tones under the breath.
Okay. Well, I think, long and short, dealing with the aftermath of the battle probably takes a good 3 or 4 hours. And eventually the barkeep comes up to the area.
I'll introduce him to, especially Bertlack and I guess Huey and Huey to our cooks, and try and kind of form a little circle of people who we involved in the conversation about supplies.
Okay.
I'd be present.
Barrels are lined up in the barkeep. Valvian, his name is. What supplies exactly are needed?
Water, clean water, if you have it.
We have a well.
Food for the road. Food that will last.
Yes, any dried goods you may have.
Grains.
The ships that come and go, they have plenty of hard rations that they take. So, the town has 200 days worth of supplies of hard rations.
We're not here to deprive you and your people of food. So we're here to make a fair and equal trade.
I have oats. I have bacon. I have some dried meats.
Huey, what do you have a list?
Hmm?
List?
List.
Of the food. What do we want?
Should we brought paper?
Huey, look, we trust you. You are the cooks here. We trust you to resupply.
He said food.
Draft a list of what we need, and we'll make sure that we have the coin to pay for it.
What do you think we need? Well, most of all, I think we need spices.
It's great.
When we inevitably run out of food, we'll be back on the grass again. We need something to really disguise the taste of the grass. That's a good point. So they're really thickening up. So what we do is we go for some food initially, and then we look at grass thickener. No, not specifically grass, but just to offer a little more flavour. All right. Valvian, what have you got in the way of corn flour?
Is that spices to them?
Corn flour and grass water.
Oh my god. That's exotic spices.
Sounds awful.
Okay, the negotiation will go on for some time, but ultimately,
Said we have oats, bacon.
Cool flour.
So I've got hold of a Fear's ledger. Would that have had the documentation of food?
Yeah.
Water that we have in?
Yeah, it would have included a page of just approximately how much we already had and things like that.
Who's
Do you
taking
want
it
to-
on?
Oh, if
Do you
I've
want
got
to
the
know
ledger, I'll do it. Yeah, let me know what we've...
Better you
The
than me.
mantle passes to you.
Sorry, there'll be a spreadsheet by next week.
I like spreadsheets. Share it with us.
I love
We
a
gave
good
people a
spreadsheet.
for 25 gold, they can spare enough rations for 150 portions.
Portions.
It sounds like a lot, but how many?
Write it down if you're ledgering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I will wait for the...
how many we've got in the caravan? How many portions do we need per day?
150 portions.
Where I put this.
Bear with me. I'm
We'll
trying to
figure it
find
out
the
now.
page in the book.
Yeah.
How much base do we have on the caravan? Like, could we fit all that on?
Oh yeah.
And how much extra space would we have after all that's on?
That would not even be one.
Okay, so that's rations of food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
We
like-
can fill the barrels from the well,
you
they
can put
said.
10
So
in
we
the
can
back
fill the
of
barrels from the well.
Yeah. They're not going to charge you for filling the barrels.
We
How
should
much
leave gold
for
on
any
it.
wine or beer?
Say again,
We
sorry?
should leave gold from water.
Well,
You know it's free. The
Oh,
water.
well, all the gold from Rices
we do have.
said that.
And if I may say, it's a magnificent year.
So I think my conscience is clear on the money for everything like
An ale from 2 years ago.
How much per barrel?
A barrel?
Per barrel. How much?
Barrel?
We are already buying stuff off you, so discount.
Yes, 10 gold per barrel.
How many portions I reckon you can get out of the barrel?
You get a lot of pints out of that.
Yeah.
Bit morale never hurt anyone.
Yeah. So 10 gold per barrel. Or 14 gold for 2. 15 gold for 2. Sorry, my maths.
Are you doing this in front of us?
Yeah.
Don't insult him. We're here to take a fair deal. Just pay the
17
price.
gold for 2.
Let's,
Sorry, Jack.
288 pints in a barrel. That's quite a lot of pints.
Is it 288? Oh, 8.
Okay. I think I'm already acting out of a certain degree of fear. I'm almost. I mean, if I put my hands up, if you want to rob me, then you can take the barrel. I mean, I'm just happy with
We're
my.
not going to rob you, sir.
20 gold for 2 barrels.
Okay.
So, you probably want to put this at the top. So fast, normal, and slow travel speeds.
Hold on. Yep, go ahead.
So you want next to fast,
Yep.
you want probably 150% because that's how much food you consume.
Okay.
And normal
Almost 100%.
will be 100% and slow will be 50%. Well, as I understand it, anyway.
Okay.
8 hours.
Oh, sorry, fast is like 4 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 miles per hour.
while they're doing this,
Normal's about 3
I'll
miles an hour.
speak to like, the
So
town
it's
guy and
about
Hennex
two-
and ask, do you have
And
any
you can use
blacksmiths,
travel
any
slowly.
wheelwrights in town? Anywhere we could pick up bits of
You
equipment,
can travel
spares for
8
the road?
hours normal
Well,
speed without suffering exhaustion.
there is a blacksmith. He mostly does work on the ships, but I think now that the trespasser is gone, he might have been on it.
For the average person,
We'll have a look.
consume
Well, whereabouts
1
in
pound of
town
food
might we
and
find
1 gallon
his
of
smithy?
water.
Western side, close to the water, closest house to the wall.
Okay.
Pound of water.
1 gallon of water.
We'll go there once this is sorted. We can, see if we can get some spares. We can use some of our spare wheels after all.
It would be useful.
And the horses,
I think we're fine on general equipment, aren't we? We haven't used anything.
4 gallons of
I believe so. It was
Just the
food
food
and water we're
food,
most desperate
water.
for.
Any spare wheels would be useful, but it's a luxury that we might not be able to acquire here.
And foraging. He's 1d6 plus wisdom,
How
Make
of-
sure you get
and that'll tell you how many pounds of food you get.
Don't you worry, Bert.
Yes, 1d6 plus
That's me.
wisdom.
Don't you worry, Bert. I'm sure Hugh and Hugh considered the horses too.
I don't think they do.
Well, if you're worried, you're
How
welcome
much do
to
we
make
have
sure that they've got some
We have
grain for the
0
horses.
food.
Okay.
If we can feed the
Well,
horses well,
We
then
have
they'll be able to bear us on better.
33 gallons of water.
Huey? I'll go find Huey.
Okay.
Okay, Hugh is currently involved in negotiations for food.
Oh,
Hugh.
sorry.
Hugh.
Excuse
Sorry,
me.
go on.
I'm being
Sorry,
Can
I
we-
was. It's right in my
can we
brain.
carry
I'm
on?
doing
gonna
maths.
interrupt whilst you guys are having this discussion.
How many
Excuse me.
gallons of?
It's very important. I need to know if we have enough grain for the horses.
No.
What will they eat?
don't you ask them what they want to eat?
I know what
Can't
they
speak
want
to
to
horses.
eat.
I know.
I can though. I know what they want to eat.
Grass.
No. Do they have any vegetables? Like apples or carrots?
Do you have any vegetables like apples and carrots? Well, yes.
We're
How
gonna
much for a
need some.
sack of grain?
Sack of grain. Check my proper price on this.
Not
Also salt.
not the bread making quality. We're talking just animal feed.
And hay.
We can't buy all of that. Pick one.
Well,
They can have one. Hay, grain, vegetables, or grass.
not grass. But I'll be right back.
Okay, it's gonna. Well, it's not bad. It's 2 copper for a pound of wheat.
I'm gonna go
That's good.
back out to the horses.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would you like
I want one of those berries.
vegetables or hay or grain?
You're speaking all 3 of them, or just
Yeah, if they're all together.
okay. Chanel says carrots. Sling says hay. Ulysses says sugar.
Of course he does.
I'll be right back. I'll come back to the conversation that's still going on.
Sorry.
That's right.
And then obviously you've got 3 horses as well. And cities.
They're going to have their food separately. Because
Master
they consume it differently.
Ivan, they want hay and carrots and sugar.
Okay, I need you to remove the and. They can have hay or carrots.
We have
I think
gold. We have
can
gold.
extend to cover this. The better we look after these animals, the further they'll bear us
They
on. The
can have
last
a
thing
salt
we
lick
need,
as well.
the last thing we need is for the horses to drop dead on us through lack of care.
With no horses, there is no caravan.
They
So-
are very hard working.
Just when you said 150 rations, is that 150 pounds of rations? Just for
Yeah.
calculations wise.
Yeah, you can.
So we're going to need. So that's 12 days. 150, 25 gold is 12 days
Is that for the entire caravan?
for the entire caravan, not including the horses.
Include the horses.
Well, if they have
With hay and vegetables and grain.
how much for hay? For a pound? How much for a pound of hay? We have 3 horses, right?
So we need to boil it down to like how much supplies
the-
do we need for X
Does the
amount of
fat
days?
one eat
Like,
more?
1 copper.
you're being stingy with 1 copper.
No, but I didn't know how much. Like, I'm basing this off 25 gold for the 150 pounds.
treasurer.
I bet you wish you'd have healed him now.
No.
So Hennex, who's I have to say I do admire your dedication towards the animals. So many people forget they are a living thing.
I know.
Thoughts of their own.
They're
10.
people too.
in
gold.
1 silver,
Yeah.
so 100 in the gold. It took me a while to figure out. I've still got my Empire head on. There's fucking 20 of this and
so
8 of that.
So
and,
confusing. I need
Sorry,
one.
carry on.
Oh, I was just saying how much I admire the dedication towards the animals, and I like the cooperation I'm seeing from here. Good godly traits, you know. We haven't been formally introduced, I don't think, but Bert, I gather,
I am.
cares very much about the animals, and while there was a moment of disharmony, he straightened her back up the needs of Bert and the goodwill of everybody involved. Fabulous. Fabulous.
Sidious and Bert are right though. With a caravan, without horses, we'd be living hand to mouth, hunting in the wild, rather than being able to have a much more extended expedition.
You're a team from top to bottom, from the man at the top wearing his fine plate, encased and apparently protected from the rest of the world, but all the way down to the bottom level where the lowly horses pull you along, sometimes forgotten but not by you. Magnificent.
Well, I'm certainly not the person at the top.
Ah.
That was our dear friend here, but I'll gesture at off here.
What
Scorch.
do you mean the caravan?
Yes, well, we'll make our own arrangements.
So, how much for a salt pick?
I don't have one.
Just salt. I can make it into
How
the
much for a
with
sack
my
of salt?
hands.
Pound of salt, 5 copper.
They love salt.
Have we reached an agreement?
So, how many days do you think will be roughly before we... if we filled up all of our water barrels, how much water would we get?
Oh, we've done all this, haven't we?
I think we agreed it was a 30-gallon barrel and we had
Yeah.
about 3 of them.
For it, so 90
Yeah.
gallons.
Yeah.
But we can always get more of that, can't we?
We could
Well,
try.
water's probably one of the easier things to come across.
Yeah.
At least until...
And we could purify the water, so we could find any old bloody water and make it drinkable.
because basically we will empty water in 3.5 days.
That's not a problem. We could deal
We
with that.
need the food, we need the supplies.
So,
I can pad it
Yeah.
a little bit with hunting as we go, but we need the
Well-
stock.
Yeah, we need the basics, don't we?
we'll have 300... Let me start doing it. So we've got 300 pounds of wheat for the horses.
Good. They like that.
We'll have 300 pounds of hay for the horses.
Yes.
They shouldn't have too much salt, should they?
No.
So, 200 pounds of salt.
A lot of salt.
We'll be able to use
Use
the
it
same
for
salt
cooking
for us
as
as
well.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
but I
sorts
was
of
thinking
stuff,
we could use it for cooking as well. In those exotic spices and things that they've got.
And we
Spice,
could
salt.
preserve any fresh meat you get as well with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, rations-wise, food-wise, shall I just put it down as just basic rations? Because it doesn't really matter what spread we have, does it? Or will it matter?
Just as a rule, they eat 50 grams of salt per day, so not a huge amount. So I can work that on count.
And you've got them addicted to goodberry crack anyway, so...
Yeah.
Salt's like nothing.
So you,
but
they have 0.1,
salt's paracetamol to their
0.1 pounds. So they'll be having 0.3 pounds of salt between
A day.
them a day.
So it's nothing really. And what, we'll be using a pinch it? Well, I don't know how you
I
probably
don't know,
a
salt
handful
scratching
here and there,
around,
won't
yeah.
they? Yeah, so are we just saying ours is like rations are just mixed rations?
It is good to have salt though, because then you can preserve. You
Yeah.
can preserve animals.
We can preserve the meats.
Yeah.
So should we do 300 pounds of salt?
no, I
Yeah.
think.
Well-
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well while we can.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go for, let me change the price, we'll go for 300 pounds of salt instead of 200.
Yes, they don't use much, but we might.
I didn't think about preserving the meats that we'll actually use.
I think you've got this covered, Yeben. I'll go and look into that blacksmith and see if we can't see about any spare wheels while we're still here.
We'll go for 450 pounds of big boy rations.
Mm-hmm.
Assorted food stuff.
Yeah, sorted foods. But we would like it a nice even mix between meats and vegetables and stuff. Do you have any spices?
Yeah, because the spices are important. Good one. Good. We've got some.
Cool flour.
We got something that we do put on the meat.
Is it that
It's called Dire Balrog.
So,
Hmm?
what's in it?
I don't know what's in it, but it is very spicy.
Who makes it?
Get brought in on the ships. I think it's from the mainland, Katara.
You got some.
Oh, I don't carry it with me, but I could get some and you can try some.
How much for a barrel?
A barrel of Dire Balrog.
Oh my god, is it called Balrog because we're going to get diarrhea?
Or like small barrel. Small barrel.
Everyone has a bit of loot.
I'm not when you're on the caravan. It's going to be like Agincourt.
No, it's good because you just hang your ass off the back of the shit as you go.
What if you're on the front?
Okay, a pound of Dire Balrog.
The more you say, the worse it sounds.
Costs 25 gold.
Okay. Fuck. That's a
So
pound
what's
is a
a
lot.
barrel?
For 25 gold. Do we want spice? Do you want spices?
Not that much.
Not that much.
Well, we can buy less. We'll buy half a pound
Okay.
of Balrog.
What's that one of the weird things where everyone says the
Is
name?
it D-I-E-R?
Dire, yeah. D-I-R-E.
Bowel.
Balrog.
And then Bal.
B-A-L. R-O-G.
Lies.
So we've all
25 gold for a pound.
Mhm.
So it's 1.5.
How many days of supplies do you reckon we're purchasing?
So not talking about water.
You will be after the Dire Balrog. Probably better get some milk as well.
Over a month on our rations alone.
Nearly spit it out.
I think if we've got over a month's worth of rations,
With the salt we can preserve.
and
With the
obviously
spices we don't have to eat grass.
Camping is the worst time you want to find out your lactose intolerant.
The horses.
the horses get the same amount of.
They
Much
eat
is-
different. They eat more.
They're
The
going to
horses
have the same length of time as we are.
Yeah, 25 days before we run out of hay and wheat.
Good.
Mix in some grass days for them, diet-wise. And
It's the best supplied you've ever been.
Yeah, this
Right.
is yeah.
Yeah.
We're
We
restocking
only
this back.
started-
Space-wise on the caravan, how are we looking?
2 full wagons.
2 full wagons. Cool. So the third can be for
People.
and supplies.
The wounded.
and extra
For
cover.
Ophir's body.
We'll just turn it into a hearse. It's fine.
So we've probably got the gold for it, but yeah, we'll make that
Yeah.
deal to
If we
get.
spread that out over the 3 wagons rather than just having 2 full, then it gives us a bit of space for riding in the wagons, and 2 horses that aren't doing all of the work while one's not doing anything.
Oh.
Sam's recognised that those wagons are now targets.
More shelter because we couldn't sleep. Oh wait, hang
Do
on.
we
That
not-
might have been a different campaign.
Do we not have tents? I thought we had tents with.
We've got canvas as well, don't we?
But we've got canvases, we can like.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Fashion.
I'm thinking of a different campaign.
Yeah.
A different
We
wagon.
bought fucking tarps and it wasn't enough. Dad still wouldn't let us have a long rest, so I just thought of this one.
Serious, could you
My
just?
bad.
Did you have anyone that can do like MOT, like WOT or a service for the wagon?
I've already gone.
Have you gone
I said
before?
I was going to the blacksmith. to
Sorry,
see
I was
if can
doing
get
I was
wheels.
doing my maths at the time.
What does MOT stand for?
I don't know. I assumed it was like motor on the road. It's probably
Yeah.
not, but I was
Wagon on
thinking
the
wagon
road.
on the road.
Does that make it the MOT?
Yeah, I know. I know I was wrong, but
Yeah,
it's just in my
no,
head
no,
whenever
no.
I say it. That's what it is.
Motor ordnance test.
There you go.
Well, there we go. Now we've got the
I guess.
wagon
The use-
orders.
I entirely guess. Be so enough
The
confidence.
use of the word ordnance in there makes me worried.
My first guess
we
was
need to
Ministry
shoot
of
the horse.
Transport.
It is Ministry of
Um,
Transport.
How much for a pound of sugar, if you have it?
It is Ministry of Transport. Wagon of Transport.
It's a test issued by the Ministry of Transport.
So now
10 copper.
Can I get £100 of sugar?
£100.
Fuck me, are we making jelly
Well, that's
and
the
ice
third
cream?
wagon.
You just, that's
Wait,
a good
hold on.
idea, though. Jelly and not ice cream, but jelly and
Yeah.
Eel jelly.
jam. Jam is good. No. Not jelly.
Well,
Jam.
it only works if you sterilise your jars, otherwise mould will grow.
Oh man,
We can sterilise
tried
our
and
jars.
we sterilised our jars, but it went really watery rather than dry and
Yeah.
solid.
I meant in the campaign if we're making jam, but like.
But no, we can, can't we? Because if you have boiling water, we can do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
that's
can
true.
put some worms
That's
in
true.
boiling
Yeah,
water,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't listen to Sam with his crab jelly
Still
story.
don't
I've
fancy
made some
finding
very
his
successful
crab
jams.
jelly.
Forest jam.
Yeah. Oh, grass jam.
Yeah.
Delicious.
berry is this? Pine needle jam.
Yeah.
There's no reason why we shouldn't enjoy finer things while on the road.
Is Hennick still hanging about the caravan?
It's called Hempmalade.
Can't believe.
That's right.
Entire Himalayan.
And there's
That's the one you haven't sterilised.
1 foot in each jar.
Cool. Yeah, so just so everyone knows, I'll make up a nice spreadsheet and stuff so I've got it all done. But we've got 300 pounds of wheat for the horses, 300 pounds of hay for the horses, 300 pounds of salt for mixture of everyone.
Yeah, well, I can feel some equations, like preset
100
equations.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to get some formulas in so I can just tick
so
off a
just, I've
day.
always been yes!
Yeah, and then it's going to go in. And then we've got 100 pounds of sugar as well. We've got half a pound of Daya Balrog. Also, I thought the horses might want some sugar as well.
Yeah, they
I
specifically
mean,
asked
you know,
for
to
it.
wean them off the crack and get them on a different type of crack.
Less hardcore.
Yeah.
Street eagle.
Half a pound of Daya Balrog for when we run out of food. We've got 37.5 days of food, which is 450 pounds of mixed food, and then the horses should have 25 days if we don't grass them for grass food.
Now we
for a
just
day.
need some cooks.
You realise Huey and Hubie are going to use the whole half pound of diabolical
In one
in
go.
the first chance they get.
In one meal. One meal, Julie. Fucking hell.
They're cutting it like OXO cubes.
And then it'll be like one of us will be like Uncle Kevin that time when.
Can anyone
Yeah.
think of any other food thing or all sort that we?
That should if we've got food and water covered first and horses,
So
we should be fine.
Water we
Water,
have about
barrels we've
3.5,
got,
4
barrels
days
are full.
worth before we need to recycle.
One time when we used to get a band, Dad would make food while we were out, and we got back from band, and
Yeah.
Keith and Kiri were staying, and then Dad had accidentally used the wrong chili powder, or had
The
to get a
extra
different one.
hot.
We ran out of chili powder, so I had to go to the corner shop to buy chili powder. It's a different kind of chili powder.
It was the hottest chili powder, but they all knew that it was going to be hot, so they were playing it really cool. But it decided that they weren't going to tell me and Charlotte, and
Brilliant.
yeah, so we just fully went in, and they were because it was the normal chili. But yeah, it was really funny. But then Uncle Kev just didn't notice there was anything wrong with it.
He's
Oh yeah,
like-
it's great.
And we were like, there's something wrong with his mouth.
What's worse is that's coming out as big.
Yeah.
That's
We
coming out
didn't even know.
aggressively.
But we I like spicy stuff.
You're
You
better
know
at
I
spicy
do.
stuff than I am.
It's hot.
Are you just doing cart maintenance, or are you shoeing the horses as well?
I haven't even thought about shooting the horses. I just went to see if the blacksmith was
Yeah,
even
they do
there
the blacksmith.
because
Oh,
they
okay.
mentioned the blacksmith might have gone with the
Actually, I
trespasser.
don't know that. Would a blacksmith be able to do it, or would you actually need
Maybe.
a farrier?
A
You need a
blacksmith
farrier.
/ farrier in a place like this, you'd imagine. Yeah.
I guess so.
They diversify, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but we'll see if he's even there, or rather, that's what I've gone to do. Is as they said, he could have gone on the trespass, so just go see if there's anyone there or not.
So food-wise, we are more.
Hennick's still hovering around the caravan then.
He was hovering around for that whole discussion.
You can't even get that much food in this house, let alone anything else.
The council seems stingy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
They give you half a week.
I think it was about 2 weeks worth of stuff. So, but it still wasn't much, and we didn't have enough for the horses. Oh no, because I hadn't counted for the horses, so it would be less than 2 weeks.
But we're well stocked now for roughly a
A
month.
while.
Even if we vigorously eat, we'll just go down to 25 days, the same as the horses. Even if we travel fast on smoked land for a bit.
Yeah, hopefully that's what this new reserve will let us do, is make up a bit more time if we need to.
We can push on and know what the reserves.
At least that's only doing Camp Radios.
Oh, that prick. He's not even anything.
Do you remember Sec in your numbers?
It's Brinios has done
Yeah,
nothing wrong.
Sec's in the numbers. Sec consumes a full amount, doesn't he?
Yeah.
bastard couldn't even do half. Because I could do half, he could do half, and then
Are you offering to go and have rations?
I'm small size, aren't
You still
I?
class
Medium.
You still class as a medium fish, don't you?
No, I'm small.
I thought halflings counted as medium.
I'm a
So
medium.
Yeah, I mean, you
I'm
still
small.
class as a medium
I know I
fish,
can
you're
move.
technically-
I can move through creatures as if I am small.
Yeah, I think that's just I think that's a special ability that you are stealing.
You still class as a medium fish.
Well, that's the wrong right. That's.
I
You'll
don't
have to worry
know.
about standing on you if you're small.
I don't even know where you find out on it.
Is it tech features and traits?
It'll probably be factored into your AC,
Mm.
I'd imagine.
Armor, dex bonus.
It
and,
says
like,
under
monk stuff.
description, and then characteristics, size.
Small.
Ah,
I am a
he's
small.
small.
You're a small.
I know I am only 3 foot and a
Deadly.
fag paper as well.
Mm.
What's the average height of it? About 4.5 feet.
Yeah, so I am 3 foot tall.
Wow. That is small.
So that's what, like about as high as this table?
Yeah.
Generously.
Okay.
That's why I said the book was quite big. But
Right,
it's a normal book.
Helix. I have set the last lights, just as you requested.
Wonderful. I'm sure the souls of every one of them are now resting in the very palms of Gar.
Yep.
Proving yourself mightily today. Dare say I could not have done a better job myself. You had a chance to shine and show these people what a great priest you are. I'm glad we got to such a good start.
Why are you so suspicious about other priests?
I'm not suspicious of other priests, I'm suspicious of everybody.
Helix, you had me chained to a fucking wall.
Yeah. I did. And now we're friends. Yeah?
Chained to a wall in the name of who?
At the time I changed the wall, this town was under the rulership of a terrible man. Would I make the same decision tomorrow?
Who knows?
Well, certainly no one is here to force my hand tomorrow. And I would hope to never see you chained up against a wall again.
Or you'll never see me again, alright?
I'm sensing some hostility and that does make me sad. I hope
I'm
rather,
sorry, Helix.
rather hoped that we could be friends. I have a lot to offer. And you have even more.
Friends might be a stretch, but
Give me some time. I'm sure I could worm my way into your good graces.
God, it sounds so slimy.
Hello from Laura.
Look, Helix, it's what time are we on? It must be
It's going to be late in the day by the time you've done all this
I was
stuff.
going to say sort of 3 to 5 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
How's it getting on? I haven't eaten since this time yesterday.
Dogs to go?
I believe you said you were buying drink.
I did. Where's that small fellow? Me.
I'm me.
Let's go.
I tug on his robes. Are you smart?
Devastating intelligence.
If you close your eyes whilst invisible,
God.
can you see straight through them?
And you know, I've never been invisible. But your eyelids aren't visible.
So if you close your eyes whilst you're invisible, you can't close your eyes.
It's a theory. We should try it out.
Well, you've got the power to make him invisible, haven't you?
I don't want to be invisible.
Well, you've been boasting the whole time about.
No. Boasting and bragging are the empty bleatings of the insecure.
Oh yes, I quite agree.
What I've been doing is just letting people know what they're in for. And I don't want to startle anybody with the wave of power that my will could wash against you. It could be quite intimidating, and I don't want anybody to be afraid.
We need a priest to help with this. We need.
Let me present you a priest.
You cannot clap your hands at me.
I was thinking someone more powerful.
Ah!
I suppose he'll do. Is he cheap?
I think that he is a good man, and therefore would offer his services free of charge, and his time with no encumbrance upon yourself.
Deal. I'll go shake his.
I'm being sold like a common street whore.
No.
We didn't buy you.
No money has changed hands.
Yeah. Then you have to pay for it all.
Oh, Helix, no offence. I haven't exactly had a fantastic experience here. I will be shot at this place first thing tomorrow morning.
But first, we're going to go down to the Lucky Crayfish and have some drinks.
You owe me one.
You, me, and me.
You... Me and... Yes.
No, not. Yeah, you, me, and him.
Yeah.
Yes, you, me, and me.
Him and you.
Lead the way.
I will even pay for whores for you. Not for myself, of course. Far too disgusting.
No, thank you. I have trouble snugging them and getting it in.
I'll abstain as well.
Okay, well they have some small ones, so...
It's been a few years, I'll pass. I did take a vow of celibacy.
That's a very serious thing.
Yes. Wasn't voluntary.
Well, you've taken the vow nonetheless. If you were to break your vow, then I would have no choice but to strike you down into the very earth until your component parts were no more than just specks of dirt.
That's okay. What did you say again?
Vows are important.
Yes. We're going to quickly dash over to Lycidius. Are we staying here tonight? It's late now.
I think we probably are, yes.
Shall I see about rooms in the tavern?
Before we're out of earshot, I'll shout over to you. Pint size, are any of your caravan mates coming? I mean, I'm walking mechanics anyway, so eventually we'll...
Go to the tavern.
Yeah.
Alright.
You stay in the tavern?
It would be nice to have a...
Bed.
Yes.
Come, just we'll see about prices.
You're heading to the tavern, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you. First, I like seeing about flats, I believe.
Would they have loaded the wagons up by now?
It's going to be tomorrow.
They're doing it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can stable the horses?
Yeah, I mean, you disrupted the main stability of the town. You can pretty much take... you can take a location to stable the horses without any great problems.
Yeah, we'll head down to the tavern. We'll invite anyone from the caravan that wants to attend.
Yeah, so to cut a long story short, the group of you, including most of the people from the caravan, will fill the crayfish tonight.
Okay.
There are a few townsfolk in there, and things seem to have settled down by the time the night has properly come. And almost as if the previous regime was just yesterday's dream, and as is the nature of most people, get on with their life.
How much for a round of drinks for us, or for the people?
For everybody.
For our group. and obviously some of the people that joined us from the caravan. We need to celebrate Ophir's death. If it's in
Celebrate his death.
I think
Yeah,
there's-
good riddance.
I think
Seems
there's
right.
about 15 in the caravan, I think, isn't there? Is there?
12.
12.
13, sorry, 13 people in the caravan.
Oh, yeah.
People in the
Yeah.
caravan. We've got people in the caravan.
Yeah.
13 people.
Are you counting Zach as a person?
He's the 13th. Now he's just a hindrance. He was Randy's favourite.
Some use the term demi-human. Josh prefers the term subhuman.
Okay, so mug of ale costs 1 silver.
Well, the first thing I'm interrogated, I'm chained to a wall, and now I'm fucking fleeced for a
Am I
mug
going
of
to sit
ale.
down there?
Everybody.
So it's a couple of gold per round, essentially, isn't it?
No, it'd be like 12 gold for a round. Well, wait, no, 1 silver. Yeah, so 1. Oh, sorry. It's because my brain's still on timesing it by 100.
No. Two gold, 2 silver.
Yeah, I'll get us. We'll probably go for what, 5 or 6 rounds
Okay.
to celebrate,
Oh, yeah.
to celebrate the day. We've had long, hard adventures. We've had a really big fight. Yeah, I'll do that.
So we're going to be fucked in the morning.
Yeah.
Worry not.
Before we get-
I will purify everybody here. They'll feel nothing but holy light come the morning, as long as they consent to my power.
Before we get too into the pub side of things, did I have any success finding?
Oh, yeah, the blacksmith.
was still there.
Yes, the blacksmith is indeed still there. It is Shan.
Yeah, if you're still there, I'll go in. And good afternoon. Any chance you do wagon wheels?
Delicious.
Wagon wheels, no problem. How many do you need?
How many did we use? Did we use 2 or just the 1?
I don't know.
We've got none spare, so I think we'll just use 1. I know we've got none
We could-
spare.
3? Could you do 3?
Could you speak up?
Could you do 3? Wagon.
3 wagon wheels.
3.
3. Yeah, I got 3 wagon wheels. I got 6 overall.
We'll take the lot.
6 wagon wheels.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
How much?
Oh, there's a wagon wheel. It's going to cost 3 gold a wagon wheel.
Sure. Could you tally that off our numbers?
Did we get any gold from your
Didn't you
bit,
just
by the
loot
way?
350 gold?
We said that when I gave the gold to what's his name, Henex, I said we would take back from
Oh,
that
right, okay,
sum
yeah.
the amount to.
Oh, so
recoup
whatever
our
we
losses.
tally up.
So whatever we tally up
I'm with
is
you.
coming off that. I just keep a track of how much it is, rather than saying nebulously, "Oh, you're paying for that, right, Henex?" I could be like, "Wow,
No, it's alright.
This is
I'm
what we
keeping a
use.
track, and then I'll add it onto the sheet of what we
Yeah.
spent and where.
sound."
Be nice, because then when we get like several sessions, it would be nice to see. Oh, shit, I forgot we bought that.
So I'll just come and go and ferry these back
Okay.
to our stuff and get the gold and
Horseshoes.
take it back. You guys are in the pub and I'm at the blacksmith. I haven't thought about that. So I'll ferry them backwards and forwards,
Okay.
and
I'm at the car.
you're at the cart.
If you came to get the gold off me, I would ask you about shoeing the horses.
Okay.
And if he did it,
Yeah.
if
Do
it was
they
the price.
need shoeing?
I don't know. I don't really know about horses. Bert might
Sek is
know.
very keen to go into the bar.
Bert says he
I
could.
don't think you should, Sec.
Why not?
They said that the people in the town would pay to make you dance because you were a small lord.
Yeah, but Sek is a great dancer. I know all the best kobold dances.
Oh, okay.
I want to get him drunk.
Will you come back?
Right.
Later. Will you come back?
From where?
The town. from the tavern.
Yes.
Promise?
What's promise?
It's when you say something and you definitely do it. And you can't not do it because that would be naughty.
Naughty. Yeah, set promise.
Yeah.
Okay, have a good time.
Said
Yeah.
Come back.
We gotta
get
find
whack
him
in
and
the
wax
ears.
all over him and whole gag.
I was going to say that, yeah. You said something to me about shoeing the horses. Did I need new shoes?
Let me have a look at their shoes.
Okay. You've travelled looking through reminders, and they probably could do a reshoeing.
I think they need some new shoes.
Okay. I'll go back to the blacksmith and I'll ask about. Can you shoe horses?
Well, like to get rid of them?
No, horseshoes.
Oh, yeah, that makes way more sense.
Yeah,
The blacksmith.
I've got 3 horses that need reshoeing.
Okay,
Can you do that now? In the morning?
I can do it now. Yeah,
Shut-
it's not very loud, so the neighbours don't mind.
Do you want me to bring the horses here, or are you going to come to us?
Yeah, no, you're gonna need to bring the horses here.
I'll bring the horses here.
Yeah,
I'll
the
be
horses
right
should be here.
I'll go and get the horses and ask Bert to help me take them back down. And
Okay.
we'll get the horses shod and we'll tally that on the numbers that we owe.
How much for shoeing 3 horses?
I'm just having a quick look at my thing here. It's 2 copper per horse.
Oh, that's nothing.
I thought it was
They
good.
got nice new shoes.
Okay. Once we've got the horses
I want big
shod.
shoes. Shoes.
Platforms.
I'll ask if they have some.
Flat.
Excuse me, sir.
What?
Excuse me,
What?
sir.
You're gonna have to speak up.
Do you have big shoes? For horses! Horses! Horses' shoes!
Yeah,
Big,
I make them to fit the horse's feet.
tall.
Tall.
The horse wants to be taller.
But I think the horseshoes are horseshoes. They don't come in like small or tall.
I think Ulysses would know. He's got
Are you telling me that you spoke to Ulysses and he said he wants tall shoes?
Yes. He wants to be big.
You could tell Ulysses that he can make do with the shoes that they've got here. Why am I shouting at you? It's him who's fucking dead. Tell Ulysses he can make do with the shoes they've got.
Ulysses, he said that you have to make do with the shoes they've got.
I am not happy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to stand above the other horses. Big, proud.
You are proud. It's what's inside that's important.
It's what's on my feet that's important.
This horse wants chrome spinners and everything.
Maybe we can have
Underwater
something
guns.
special.
Wants iron Jordans.
We're not staying for long enough to get something made specially, but next time we need to get the horses reshoed.
You're going to regret saying
We
that.
can try.
Yeah.
We can try. I'm not promising, but we can try and find somewhere that we can get special shoes made. But for now,
course shoes.
we want to be gone in the morning, so we can just make do with what he's got in stock.
And we will try
Fucking
to get
horses.
some next time. Next time we change your shoes,
When?
I don't know.
Soon as these horses' shoes are damaged, we replace.
Okay.
That be next time.
This fucker's gonna damage your shoes deliberately.
Yeah. We're going to end up with a lame horse.
Agreed.
Who's putting down the strongest horse?
I'll do it. In front of the others.
It's a statement.
What I said.
We're gonna have to put Ulysses down. We realise this is what you've started. He's gonna become a problem, and we're gonna have to put him down.
Yeah, we're going to make Bert put him down as well.
Then it'll be a foreshadowing or prolepsis of when you have to put me down later in the scenario. If I remember
You're gonna
Mice
have
and
to-
Men right.
Lenny's going to have to Lenny the horse.
Yeah. So they do to the dog, doesn't he? Shoots the dog because that's what's going to happen to him later.
All right, long and short. You saw the horses out with all new shoes. Got 6 wheels. By this point, the wagons will all be full.
That's good, I think. We've got loads of supplies, we've got extra bits.
I think we're walking, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'll go to the pub for a pint to celebrate Ophir, and then I'll go back to the wagons to make sure A, there's someone keeping an eye on them, and B, to go through Rice's letters and
Okay.
maps.
I would like to get sex drunk.
During the celebrations at the pub, I'll approach you. I don't believe we've been properly introduced. I'm Lycidius.
Olcott, you're with the caravan.
Indeed. I'm the scout, hunter, if you will.
Very useful out here in the wilds.
Indeed. Come out over here. You had intentions to leave this place.
As soon as physically possible.
That is our intent as well. Probably at daybreak.
Well,
Would you be...
if you've got space, I would gladly join you. I would bite your hand off.
Now, before you agree, I mean, you're very eager, but we are a travelling caravan sent to map this land. Our fallen friend, it was his passion project, if you will, and I believe the intent is to carry on in his honour. I'm sure having a proficient healer would be a boon to us.
Aye. Well, I would gladly travel.
You can stay as long or short as you like, but I'm sure that everyone will be very welcome to have you.
Alright, that's a deal.
Excellent. Drink?
All I serious? Cheers.
Cheers. Whatever.
Okay.
Have a couple of drinks and point to saying go back to the caravan and make sure it's all locked up and...
Alright. The letters appear to be a set of correspondence. One such example is addressed to Ryson. Saying that the sample of oriclin that you supplied is better than expected.
Sample of what?
Oriclin.
Oriclin.
Mm-hmm.
Are we spelling Oracle?
It's for piles.
Oraclin. Better than expected. The guidance I gave you to the slate quarry obviously has paid off. Tested with Janai stones, and it does, as expected, shrouding the abilities which deaden them. Proceed immediately to harvest the quarry's full quantity and return to me promptly.
Fucking knew it! I actually got a full on shiver
So
right
he's
before you
draining.
said his name.
So he's draining them. He's not going to be throwing that in the gutter though, is he? He's draining them for something.
It includes a map to the location of said quarry. There's some other bits and pieces talking about ship locations. Clearly, the boats here have been operating in a piratical nature, shall we say?
Stir the pot, tell the council.
Well, that's the plan. So yeah, I'll read in the letters. I'll look in the maps. I'll draft a response that I can send Recitis to the council, telling them about the. I'll include the letter and the maps. Apart from the map of the quarry, I'll ask the map guy, if he can copy that. Of course, so we could get a copy to send back and a copy to keep.
Okay.
And then effectively, send that bundle to Miss Tass with a note, which in summary would say, unfortunately, Ophir has lost his life. We'll be carrying on in his absence. We've came across Crookhold, rough location of where Crookhold is. Tell them about the state of Crookhold. It's a bit of a shit show. It's full of criminals and scum, and they need to. They should consider sending some people to perhaps stabilise and take control of the area. Include the maps for the ships and stuff as well. Effectively, just a general bundle. Tell them what's gone on here, that we've lost off there, and what we found.
All right.
I'll try and persuade Citis that Citis wants to take the letter.
Citis hops out of the cage, waiting for you to put the paper on his leg.
I put my arm out for him to
Hops on,
up on,
head cocking around.
and I will attempt to attach the bundle.
Attached to his leg. He looks at you, seemingly intending your purpose. Takes off.
That motherfucker.
I hate you.
That's the bird.
From the grave.
Right.
Hits on your corpse as it flies past.
And that's me.
Alright. So, if there's nothing else for tonight, then you can
I'll stay with the cats.
stay with the
Overnight.
cards.
I'll
I'll
wrap
just
up.
make sure everyone has good drink
Alright. Well, as
before they
the,
go.
the moon rises high in the sky, reflecting in the water.
Before we go to bed, has Hennex hung around?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. As everyone's sort of starting to retire and like it's all quieting down a bit, I'll point myself next to him.
I've been waiting for you to sit down opposite me. I knew we were going to have a moment together.
Right. Well, would you answer a question honestly if I asked you?
I mean, what a difficult question to answer. Here we are, with you posing a question, asking if I would honestly answer a question, but here we are at the point of your question being asked.
I mean, could I ask you a question?
I'm sure.
And you promise not to give me word soup.
I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, but I shall endeavour to
What I mean is
extract the obfuscation from my dialect.
be clear and concise. Why do you want to know what it is I am a cleric of?
Because it's everything. That's what it is. With every thought, with every wish, with every moment that every mortal spends here, waking and walking, for every dream and hope they have, and moment of power is sent out and harnessed by those that listen. We empower the gods, we empower the trees, we empower everything with our hopes and dreams. The more you wish, the stronger the destination of your hopes becomes. So you ask why I wish to know who you worship? It could have been a demon. What would that make you?
I would rather my business remains my own.
And I would rather the sky remained above and the hells below. But nonetheless, demons rise, seeking power, and it is none but the likes of you and I, godly men, to stand between them.
I don't understand why you're so interested in me. The family next door to this establishment could be worshipping a demon or a devil right now.
Yeah, it could be.
And the person next to them, a lie. And the person next to them, that is God, and so on and so forth.
I am but one, albeit powerful individual, sifting my way through each blade of grass, and I have reaped the field of this town.
Do their hopes and dreams and wishes empower you?
A humble servant like myself. I found that the people that I spoke to wished for simple things. Food on the table. Blessings to a lie. That their loved ones pass on. To God. Innocence wrapped up in filth. But that is the life that mortals live.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Now, you're a priest when you stand in a church or you stand there offering yourself up. Do you not offer yourself to your God?
Holy.
And you channel the power, the wishes and the hopes from everyone before you and will listen to your words into your God.
I believe so.
And by that you serve their purpose. Do you understand?
I think so. I've been offered the place with the caravan.
You should take it. They're in need of someone like you. A humble priest full of potential. I wish I could be as inexperienced as you just for 5 minutes so I could experience it all again. But that's not my path. Curious as though I am about their intents and wants, their needs. I mean, it seems, from where I sit, a team working together, cooperating, but there is something in their group. Some shiver of selfishness and greed.
They've been through much. They've just lost their leader, for lack of a better term.
Great evil rides on the backs of excuses. And I should know. Because many people have told me tales about what they've been through, their hard times, as you would your priest.
Oh, yes.
Look. Lays a hand on your shoulder. I want you to know that despite everything, I believe in you.
Well, despite our rocky introduction,
For which I apologize humbly. But we must ride the waves of the current situation in order to survive.
would it matter to you if I really did pray to a devil or a demon? I'd really no harm. I have no harm here, that's for sure.
You do not have to be an evil person to empower those who are wicked.
Right.
And I only hope when I am judged, the decisions I've made will be put on a balance and the good scale will be heavier. No guarantees, of course. Good and evil is such a perspective thing.
Do you know the origins of this land, Henix?
I do. Do you know what you're doing?
In truth, no. But I believe.
Well, that belief is power every day.
I think it's time I got some sleep, Henix.
I shall watch over you.
I'd thank you, but you understand.
There will come a time, with experience, you will progress through this world and you will question what it is you need. When you find yourselves at the crossroads and you don't know what path to take, think of my name and the power that I could grant you should you consent. But that's a story for a later time.
I think I've had a little bit too much of this. And
Possibly me too. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
aye.
It's like, didn't I just offer to be your patron?
Good night, Alex. I'll
Good night.
I may see you before I leave tomorrow. I'll make the last couple of mouthfuls and make an exit. Soon.
Okay. Everyone may have a long rest.
Yeah.
Did I dish out the experience at the end of the last session?
I can't remember. I haven't got anything written down. I normally write it down.
Yeah, I don't.
But then it wouldn't have mattered to me last time.
I
would
do.
it?
I write it down in the end, so if I just find back to the last one.
Yeah. Because I was going to say that's a Ross thing. I don't think
Yeah.
that's about.
Considering we're in a town, we can rest quite.
You could have a full, uninterrupted rest with all the recoveries required.
We did. We got 379.
There you go. All right, long rest, everybody.
As much as I like
Well,
to say.
you get a long rest, but it doesn't mean much to
Doesn't
you.
matter, yeah.
Okay.
Best make sure I take purified water at night.
Can't answer a question straight
So,
that way.
Who's going to go
Slimier
for
than,
eat and
or
who's gonna go
slipperier
for
rather than
stat
Richie
rate?
bloody Sunak, I tell you.
No politics.
No.
Oh shit! Yeah, we got a look, didn't
No.
Where was
Like,
Rishi Sunak when the Westfold fell?
No, I just mean it's hard to pin him down on anything, you know. And exercise.
I mean,
I'm surprised we haven't seen any of those kind of political posts yet.
Yeah, me.
I'm on a Theoden group. Love
oh
Theoden
my
so
god, yeah,
much.
there's so many. Where were they when West?
That you got to get onto PM's question time and ask. You got to fluff all your credentials to
Yeah,
get into PM's question
yeah.
time to get to be allowed to ask a question and then stand up and say, "Where was Rishi Sunak when the Westfold fell?" Legend forever.
I'll make a note. You've got a potential offer for a pension. Just say yes. It's my motto. Although I was very good.
You should see the horrific messages I'm being sent by Harriet throughout this session. She said some mean stuff to me. Some mean stuff.
Is it Ravelran based?
Yeah.
She's done a bit of swearing at me. She called me a piece of shit.
Oh, that's probably one of the nicer ones, I can imagine.
I didn't think we were saying Ravelran's name anymore.
If there's no balloons, we're fine.
Uh,
You can't say it at midnight 3 times into a mirror.
Alright, okay.
Oh, how nice to have just a role-playing session after such horrible combat.
It was a tough old combat, that last one, wasn't it?
Jonathan does that.
No. Actually, I changed it. I have as well.
You want to-
Changed my mind immediately.
Yeah.
does anyone know what kind of druid I am?
If I take mounted combatant, can I
Or
ride
use
Long Shadow?
Circle of the Moon.
Oh,
As you
Circle of the
keep
Moon.
You can't.
shaping.
I'll get a
Circle
little saddle
of Moon.
for him.
It's all about that bumping up charisma score. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I take it, Harriet, you have some strong feelings about Henix?
Yeah, when you said my name is, I had this weird out of body shiver, and I knew immediately who it was. And then you said Henix, and I was like, no. And then I looked on the wiki
It's so
and I was
funny
like,
when-
I zoomed in on his clothes and I was like, it's fucking him.
Literally the second you said it and described the clothes, she got the wiki up.
No,
and
I
like,
didn't get the
colour
clothes
scheme.
because I thought that's significant, but then I was like, I don't recognise it. And then the more and more arrogant he was, I was like, this really reminds me of. And I went to go and say it, and then I thought it could actually be.
Did none of you ping him as Celestial before?
No. So either what he's done with the Ankelos thing has made him like that.
The only reason I pinged him was because the way he was asking for consent makes it, honestly, as we said, he's offering to be a patron. The way he's asking for consent makes it sound like he's asking you to specifically ask for his power. And I was like, and man, it's got to be some Fey or Fiend thing that he's offering out powers, but I wasn't expecting Celestial, to be honest.
He took that thing from Ankelos, so it could be related to that. But he also, it could have always been.
Yeah. Who fancies a detour to a quarry tomorrow, guys?
Yeah, we've got to mark landmarks, haven't we? That's a landmark.
Yeah.
A mark on that. That's a good enough excuse.
Was there anything of the coast ahead of us on the ship map? So imagine that would be where we might, or anything of the.
So
local
you're
terrain.
going to hit an area with looks like there's some pretty major rivers up ahead. So you're going to hit an area on the coast which is going to be difficult to cross.
I'm glad that we bought all 6 of the spare wheels.
Yeah. Or also looks like it's marked as there's another settlement, probably 50 miles up the coast.
Glad we've got a month's worth of rations. It
Yeah.
could take us that long to get 50 miles at the rate we were going, particularly if there's lots of rivers. I think we did. Yeah, we did good getting here and restocking, even though the place is a shithole.
Yeah, we got a good amount.
If nothing else, that raid on Rice's house has got good information. There's probably loads more in there that I missed with my shitty roll on the second one, but hey, if that
So it
that
goes.
it's found a potential link to Ravran, which will be good in the grand scheme of things. And we've got food, so we're not going to die of starvation.
Yeah, because we ran out the day. Oh well.
Very
The morning we
quickly.
arrived at Crook Hole, so.
Right, well, so the morning comes, it's time to make your new plans. I'll make a fresh cup of tea. You can decide about what you're going to do.
So-
Move on.
I don't know what you have in mind, but I presume you're joining us. Did you have a conversation?
I offered to what's your name again?
Alcott.
I offered him a position on the caravan, and in this case,
Bertolak.
Good to meet you.
So I don't know how much she's filled you in.
I told him that we're exploring the continent and mapping it. Told him of his passion project, and then we're going to carry on in his honour.
It sounds like I said, just to call you up to speed then. So I went into Rice's chambers yesterday evening. Something I'd like to investigate before we move on too far. I'm sure those of you who are over in Mistas remember the attack on the town. There's a link in one of the letters to a Ravaran. Something about a quarry that's nearby. Rice has found this material in the quarry. I think it would be
What kind of material?
a material called, where did I write it down? Oraclin.
You'll have to give me a minute, and I'll think to see if I can recall a substance anything like that. As a man well acquainted with minerals.
You know your rocks.
All I know is it's a slate quarry. It's marked on one of these maps, and I think it would be valuable information to pass back to the council if we're able to have a brief explore. But
The council.
of Mistas.
Where you're from?
Yes. So we come from a town called Mistas, which is to the west. We've been on the road for a week.
I'm going for feet. I
For
have gone
X amount of
for
time.
Beta.
A nebulous amount of time that we've
My
lost track of.
background is
Insert
quite
time
good,
here.
so I can cast
So
Bless and Misty
yeah, we've
Step
come.
once.
The town
looked at
is
loads.
ran by a
I'm
council,
looking at something.
and it was
None
them
for
who
punch. I was
commissioned
thinking
Ophir's journey to
Doesn't
begin with,
good
as
for anyone.
much as he was
Or,
a
Just
writer in
help
search of
Super
tales.
Sounds commendable.
Or
But how from our knowledge from
Yeah.
Mistas,
which is nice.
we're
It is
a
great.
settled front.
Also,
We're unaware of what's going on in the rest of the
mobility.
continent, apart from some maps that have come up more recently. So we're hoping, to circumnavigate the continent and fill out a bit more of that map, really, as Leslie just explained to you.
What was that substance again?
Oraclin.
As a man well acquainted with stuff that comes out of the ground, have I heard of anything like this before?
Make a history roll. With your proficiency bonus on top.
Come on, big orange dice.
doubled, I believe. Or that was an Irish leprechaun.
19.
Doubled, I believe. Sorry.
You've heard of it. It's rare.
Mm.
It's supposed to have properties that bend the powers of magical items if they get close enough.
Okay. And because I haven't officially spoken to you about where I may have come from, but all I know is it's not Mistas.
Mm-hmm.
Because, but would I know the whereabouts of this quarry? Would I have come across it yet?
You've never seen any of this stuff.
Okay.
You've not been to the quarry.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I guess I'd relay some information to you. It's a strange substance, very rare, comes out of the ground, and it changes the magical properties of some items.
Bryce's letter suggests that they've been using it to drain the power from Janai stones. Are you familiar with Janai stones? I'm not terribly au fait myself.
Not personally, but I know the stories.
Was Alex
Quite
present
well.
when you wrote the bundle that sent off the cities?
I presume he was still in the... Well, yeah, he would have been in the pub because he was having the conversation with you at the end, wasn't he? And-
Annex.
yeah, and I only stopped by for 1 pint and then went back to sort stuff out, so I don't think he would have been.
But if it's knowing the stories of the Janai stones, then we should probably check this out.
I certainly think it's useful information for the council to be aware of if we're able to just have a peek in and see what's going on. If we're able to investigate the quarry more closely, all the better. But where we don't want to overextend ourselves.
If this Risus had access to this quarry, if he had more men there, I'd rather not have another fight.
Well, if nothing else,
we should get in at least sight of the quarry, see if it's...
Yeah, if nothing else, Jodicus has made a copy of the map, so we've also sent its location to the council.
By the sounds of it, you were almost ambushed at the city gates.
It's an interesting tale.
We arrived with very little remaining in terms of food and water. We had to stop here, and he made it very clear that
chaos ensued. I
believe we were given an ultimatum, weren't we, to the effects of your money or your life. And
well, if there's any adversity at the quarry, at least you may, or we may, I suppose, have a better chance of a more strategic position.
This time we're certainly coming from a position of knowledge rather than blindly walking into unknown situations.
Let's at least go towards this quarry and get a look at it from a distance and proceed from there.
How far is it on the maps?
We have a map, don't we?
Yes, yeah. So you have a map to the quarry. You think it's maybe 3-4 hours travel from here?
In which direction?
Inland.
Inland.
North
Straight
east.
Northeast. It's not too bad.
Pretty much on the way.
Yeah. It's only a small detour. And from what I can see on the map, the train goes quite treacherous off to the east anyway. It becomes quite waterlogged and full of rivers. It could take us a good deal to transit, but this first stretch of the quarry should be sound enough.
Offrey's body will need to be buried.
Has he had his last rites yet? I did the others, but I'm not sure that I did him.
I did not. I don't know how to do it. But he also hasn't been preserved. So.
I think,
we should probably do something about that today.
but not in this place.
That's
He deserves better.
I thought that
get a distance away and let's have something, just between the caravan.
I'd be honoured to
Something-
read him his last rites, but you pick the spot.
Something on the road, just befitting his wandering spirit, perhaps.
I agree.
Alright.
You could use Little Bird.
I can use Little Bert, yes.
If we find that mine in operation, what's the plan?
As Lycidius says, have a look first and reassess our situation. We don't want to be hasty and rush into something that is greater than ourselves.
If it's guarded by men, then we can only assume that it's allies of Risus or whoever he's working for. If it's just a working quarry, perhaps we can get closer and just speak to them.
Any extra information we can garner from this quarry is beneficial. If it's linked to Ravaran and some magical substance that affects the properties of magic, then it could be a threat.
Please continue, but there's something I must do in time before we leave. This conversation's going to be, I want to go see Hennex before we leave.
By all means, we intend to leave upon the hour, so as long as you won't be too long.
No, it'll take minutes.
Very well. We'll be here. We'll be prepping to go. Once you're returned, we can be on our way.
Okay, Henix is on the steps to the temple. He's talking to a human man. He's only a shade over 5 foot. He has very small wireframe lens glasses, and
Overhearing.
he's saying, "Now, come on now, Hilvard. You've got to think higher of yourself than that. Well, it's very difficult. I can't take the mantle on you want me to. Nobody here will respect me. I'm just a bookkeeper. Yes, but you have organisational abilities that these people will admire. And I believe in you as long as you believe in me. 999. It's too difficult for someone like me to handle. You are way more than your diminutive size and weakly appearance would have anyone believe. I believe in you so much. And everyone else will come to see how important you are. Have my doubts, it will be fine. And I can't always be here to administer this town. It would prosper under my leadership, but it is not my role. I have personally selected you because of your special skills and your desire to do good. I'm still not sure. Speak to the strangers before they leave. They're good people. I'm sure they'll put you on the right path.
Nice.
Off you go now, Hilbert.
Wanted to talk to you before I left. Do you know of the quarry northeast of here?
Of course. It's all they talked about.
And you know what they're mining from it? And I assume you know why.
Why don't you tell me what you've learned?
Why is this for like a trap?
Because
How
it
you
is.
got a new character ready?
Let's go. Can we do 4 in a night?
Why don't you tell me what you've learned?
I haven't learned a great deal, Hennex, but I know they're doing
You
something.
are underplaying yourself. You are more than this. Focus, concentrate, become the true you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Hennex, please, I'm trying to tell you.
Stop trying to tell me. Tell me.
That's good. Confidence.
They're doing something with the stones, the Janai stones. I think you already knew that.
Janai stones are dangerous, particularly to you.
Not to you, though. No?
To everybody, but particularly to you.
Well,
Janai
you probably know that I've got to follow this trail. No?
I know. Maybe that's what your destiny is. You can only walk the path yourself. But there will be people on the path in front and behind you.
Alright, Hennex. Oh, before I go, this town deserves better. Don't fuck it up. I don't know if you're planning on staying, but don't fuck it up.
Interesting.
I do care about people.
Well, that's what sets you apart from these people.
I believe they care too, but
I cannot stay here forever. I have a destiny of my own, far greater than this small town.
yes, you probably do.
Perhaps our paths will lie side by side.
Aye, or perhaps at crossroads. Give him a nod, and I'll head back to the caravan.
You don't want to look right over this direction right after.
Harry's going to
Harry's
be
got it.
seething about the third use of the word destiny within a minute.
So with the gold, do I need to take that? So I've added it all up.
How much did we spend?
147 gold, 3 silver, and 6 copper.
Fuck, we spent that much? Jesus.
Yeah.
We got a lot of supplies.
Well, we did put it back in
And
the
a
bag.
lot of sugar.
You can't. You can't.
Oh yes, we're real philanthropists.
You can't put a price on life. Off here chucked 50 gold, and we lost off here. Yeah. They've still got the rest of that 300 and something cards, so.
The salt costs more than the sugar.
Yeah,
the
salt's
amount.
more valuable.
I mean,
Always has
sugar.
been.
We spent
Per
roughly half
pound
of what
costs
we
more.
found, and the rest is to the town. That's fair as can be, really.
We'll present them with that and mention to Henrik that was the agreement we had, and if he's not happy with it, then we can negotiate.
Just submit.
You would say that, wouldn't you?
Look,
Otherwise, stand up and
Yeah.
head towards this quarry.
As you've been taking control of our logistical matters so far, Iban, I press you to speak to Henrik before we go then, and settle our accounts.
Sure.
If they're dissatisfied with the sum, then by all means we can
I think
negotiate.
the book, if I remember rightly, I think the bookkeeper's on the way up to the caravan anyway. The bookkeeper's on the way up to the caravan anyway, I think.
Let's just start tossing it up, sort of making like a little receipt for him. What
Okay.
we've got.
The Hillvide will arrive at the caravan. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I've been tasked with managing the settlement.
Sorry, what was his name again?
Hillvad.
Hillvad.
And I hope I am up to the task, but there's considerations. I worry about the temperament of the people here. Many of them are criminals. I'm not sure the intention is prosperous, but for now it's my job to manage our funds.
Speaking of which, the former ruler, if you will, of this town, we found amongst his possessions a quantity of gold, of which we have used some to resupply ourselves, and the rest we have decided should be best put towards the town itself.
As we discussed with Hennex, the sum that we have taken to resupply is in reparations for our loss, but we do not wish to take anything from you that is rightfully yours to rebuild and promote the prosperity of this town. I wrote to Mistas settlement that we come from to alert them to your presence here. Hopefully in time they'll send an envoy to potentially discuss future relations with you, or perhaps it might be worth yourself sending someone out to discuss aid with them potentially, should you need a guiding hand.
I thank you for this. Hopefully they can aid us, because I think that Raisin will be back.
There's also, should you be that way inclined, a settlement in between known as Angel's Reach, if you haven't heard of it. Also to the east of here, across the land towards Mistas. So know there are other settlements not too distant from yourselves to the east. West. Yes,
I
to
did
the
this
west.
last time, yeah.
You get to that.
Because we're travelling
Definitely
east.
to the west.
Angel's Reach. Okay.
So you're not out here alone.
You should be cautious. There's a settlement to the west. The people there are gold hungry, and they are killers.
Are you able to point it out on the map to us?
What's this?
We've got
I'll
maps.
motion over map guy. I've already forgotten it. Jodicus.
Mm-hmm.
Jodicus, can you join us a second?
Yeah. Points on the map. It's in between two of the river inlets further along. I've not been there, but I've heard it's a small settlement. They are scouring the area, finding primitive tribes and taking what they have. Rysin traded heavily with them.
Sure, how many there are?
20, 30 people there, but they have good equipment, and mostly what they're dealing with is animals, creatures with clubs, nothing very sophisticated.
Thank you for letting us know. We'll likely head in that direction, if only to discover what it's like and move onwards.
They would probably not be hostile to you.
I don't like the sound of them preying on smaller creatures.
Wow. I wish if you are to take charge of this town, I wish you the best of luck, and may Lies Light guide you in
Are you in control
getting
of
this place back on its feet.
the gold?
I'm sorry, he was still talking. I was listening to him.
You in control of the gold? As if we have a bill?
A bill? What, we owe you money?
As we mentioned before, regarding the money for the reparations and the stuff being given to you, that is the itemisation of our resupply.
I see.
The
If
gold,
it's
and the gold
naturally-
left over should go to you as the town.
Did Hedix not give you the gold?
No.
Well, we'll leave it to you to discuss with Hennex.
Yes, I will go
Um,
straight to him. He's an honest man.
There were. I'll tell him precisely how much gold we thought there was, and present him your receipt of our resupply costs. Just in total honesty, so you know what money we have spent out of that. Hopefully, you can see that it's not unreasonable.
Says here you've got £100 of sugar.
7.8 gold of that was beers at the pub.
We are an expeditionary party in pursuit of circumnavigation. After all, we're operating at quite an extended reach from civilization at sometimes.
Yes. Okay.
But as I say, if you reach out to some of the other settlements to the east, particularly Miss Tass, hopefully they'll be able to provide you aid.
I will certainly look forward to getting in contact with this Miss Haas. The more service we can get, the trade of people, then the better for us, I feel. I'm not sure everybody will want to stay here now. Lots of these people are, well, I say families, but families have been had with sailors, and not necessarily every person who lives here has been brought here willingly.
Understand. Well, may her light guide you. Hopefully you can bring others to see the light that we have restored in this place.
Yes, I'm not necessarily one for the gods myself, but I appreciate your wishes. I must address the people now. I suppose I should thank you for changing the situation, though it has put a lot on my head.
Well, better you reluctantly taking up the role for the betterment of your home, rather than someone who craves the power and will misuse it.
Thank you again. Now, if you excuse me,
Of course. Good day.
good day
We'll
to
be
you.
on our way.
He leaves, heading back towards the temple.
Alright, quick.
We can't run away yet, we ain't got gold back.
Okay, go.
We're not getting gold back.
Oh, I assumed that we've paid for it. And
No,
we're
yeah,
getting-
from them, right?
Basically, we found like 300 of gold. You gave it to Hennigs. We've spent half of it, and the rest is just staying with them.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I assume you gave all of it to Henix. We've spent our gold and then we claim it back
We did
via
give it.
expenses.
We did give it all
We
to
had a
Hennex.
proper
We said
golden day system.
Pardon?
Proper modern day system. We're going to claim it back.
So we've
But only
just
certain
taken this stuff
percentage
off
of the
people and
wagon.
told them to go to Hennick's and get the money.
Yeah.
Got to file it with your latest P60.
Yeah.
Have you got a U75, X3 form, Annex 7? Ooh, but remember, you've got to have a permit to be able to apply for that one.
You need to have filled out K5A and B.
In duplicate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
On the road.
On the road.
All right. So your caravan makes its way back outside the gates of the town.
Sorry.
Not mad at all.
Just think all the grass that's around.
Yeah.
The wagons are heavy, loaded down. All of your salt and sugar wagon wheels, and not the tasty kind.
I
Either we're probably going to be moving slow, or
I
we're
think
going to
we'll
be
be going
in
at
a
a slow pace.
double rate of consumption.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pace, 50% consumption, 2 miles an hour.
Towards the quarry.
All right.
Yeah.
So your group heads northeast, following the directions on the map, and it's mostly grassland initially, but you can see ahead of you, in this northeasterly direction, there are mountain ranges ahead. They jut out of the ground, going east-west as far as you can see. They've mostly been on your left-hand side for the journey now. This is the first time you're really heading towards them. Distantly, you see one mountain is wreathed in clouds. But upon closer inspection, as distant though it is, some of the clouds around it are darker as they jut out of the white clouds. A moment of thought leads to the realisation that they're not clouds at all. Well, white clouds are wreathing the mountain, but the black clouds in the middle are rising from the rock rather than drifting from the sky. Smoke from the volcano catches, mingles with the clouds and drifts off. As if the gods are playing some game, your realisation that these clouds are from the bowels of the earth itself is accompanied by a rumble in the ground, a mild tremor. The horses panic for a moment, the unnatural behaviour. Bert running up is able to calm them. The land beings rising, dropping down, even though not severely. The wagons are able to make good progress over the grassy ground. Crookhold disappears from view quite quickly. A glance behind you reveals nothing but empty terrain, almost as if your encounter had not happened. Unless you, of course, look at your baggage, the remains of Ophir.
I think regarding the remains of Ophir, once we get to a nice scenic, like clear
we're gonna look out
patch,
for a nice.
Grove
well
of trees
away.
or something.
We'll dump him in a ditch.
We will get little Bert out.
get a little bit out and start digging.
Okay.
Let Alcott give us a tasteful ceremony and
The quarry takes you by surprise. Crescent of a grassy rise, and there it lies before you. You've come round at a point where you're high, looking down a sheer drop into this open slate area. The black stone lies at angles, in counterpoint to each other, in some places jutting out like sharpened black teeth. Other areas piled up high. Some of the slate is sliced thin but abandoned. Quarry this is. People were here. People extracting all of this stone. But you can see that that endeavour has not been inactive for a very long time. There is a canyon which drops down and provides proper access to the quarry, but from the angle you've taken, you've arisen high up on the cliff with a 50-foot drop down to the base of the quarry floor below. Water is sitting at the base of the quarry, having rolled in from higher ground or be sitting still there. It's black, not allowing much visibility of what lies beneath, just with the reflection of the clouds above on what is otherwise a clear day. Further towards the northern end of the quarry, there is a clear opening of some sort of cave. Slate has been piled around that, some huge pieces of it providing a cover over the top. And there is signs of movement down there. Wagons and several individuals seem to be piling them up. The most important detail I leave for last, of course. The large structure on the opposite side of the quarry, made out of black stone. Turrets at each of its corner and a large jagged tower in the centre.
So, it's not
Certainly anyone on the walls of this structure would have visibility for the entirety of the quarry. It looks almost church-like, Gothic in design, but the way the stone has been piled and constructed, most certainly defensive.
Is there anything on top of the turrets?
You see no movement at the building.
No, like siege weaponry on top of there or anything, or no?
Not that you can see.
And can we tell how big the structure is, or at this distance is it just, we know it's just really big?
It would be the size of, if you were in town, you would say like a cathedral.
Which is,
New
about it,
or-
and sorry,
New, like, does it look new or old?
It looks old. You can see spaces where there are windows, but those it's just shards of glass in there where the windows have been broken and gone.
How far away? So there's us on the edge of the quarry, and then the opposite side of the quarry is this building.
Yeah.
How far away are we to get down to the quarry, to that entrance where we saw movement?
So if you went back that, if you're on the grass rise above the quarry at the moment, if you want to get into the quarry, you'd have to go back down the grass hill and go through that entrance if you want to take the wagons in.
Back down and then round.
And if we wanted to go around the quarry to
get
this cathedral,
building.
Yes, so the quarry, it's about 500 feet across to the other side.
We'd still, you go through the cathedral bit to get in, right?
No, the cathedral's on the opposite side.
Oh, right, okay, so we're...
So we can come
we're
down.
here, cathedral's there, and there's a quarry, and there's a passageway in the quarry.
So yeah, if quarry's there, we're on the edge. We can come down the hill and sort of round into the quarry, or we can go round the quarry to the cathedral. But it's probably going to be like 1,000-foot round or something silly if it's 500 foot wide. I don't really know. That's a strong point.
Well, discussing this, my thoughts would be that this is not something that we want to take the convoy into. Perhaps
Well, we don't even... I don't know what I'm talking about, that's not me.
We could leave. We could leave them.
Do we even need
Somewhere
to
safe.
go any further?
perhaps we just roll on by and note down what we can.
They said this is a slate quarry, but it appears they're not even using the slate. They're just
Did you
digging
say?
it out.
Well, there's some activity in the cave behind, but who knows what that would be.
Did you say the letter in entirety? Do we know what they're using?
I mentioned the
materials
metal
for?
that they're mining. I mentioned that it's for Ravaran and that it has an effect on magic.
Nothing about draining tonight stones
it's-
or life or anything.
But I
That's
didn't
not
mention
again already.
the draining Janai stones. No.
No, I did though. Oh, I didn't mention.
I mentioned that something about Janai stones, but
No. Yeah, you mentioned. You mentioned something about Janai stones, but you didn't say. I don't think you said.
I
Exactly
didn't say
what,
draining.
But I said it. I said that it
Changes
changes the properties of magical.
If this is
of magic.
Rice's operation, shouldn't we? And he was keeping people in that town against their will. Surely he's keeping people in that mine against their will. Surely for Ophir's sake, shouldn't we free those people?
That is a valid point, but also to Offir's mission, it's not our remit to go out and sort every wrongdoing. We're here to explore.
I don't know about you, but I feel duty bound.
He became brave in the last 30 seconds of his life.
It's not seemly to talk ill of dead.
There's an echo from the quarry below. Sounds of horses moving at some speed. From out the entrance below you, actually moving parallel to you, but right now 4 horses power through the entrance to the quarry, making good speed towards the cave at the far side. If any of them to look up here, they would catch full sight of you at the edge of the quarry.
I'll move away from the edge. I presume we leave the caravan a bit further back.
I would say
not
so,
too
yeah.
far.
I'll take a perception check from you guys as you struggle to go past.
Me as
Shit in
well.
my
or
pants
just-
again. I got a 5.
23.
There we go.
We'll do Elven nice.
What do they say?
9.
Okay, you, the lead rider, Ryson.
It's clearly him.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell everybody. That's Rysin at the front.
Ryson.
That's the one who slew your companion.
It's
Yes.
the one that
Oh, Rysin,
instigated
yeah.
the thing. But doesn't look like they're treating those horses nicely.
I'll go right onto the
Have
edge.
they got do they have
Yes.
Well,
Rysin?
they're riding the horses hard to get in there fast.
Look
He's
there.
clearly
What-
gone up and down the
What
coast.
did they?
He's got somewhere
What are
nearby,
they doing?
and he rode hard to get here today.
Over, look.
I'll have a little. I'll get closer again.
As much as solving the world's wrongs is not our remit, this is something that I cannot leave unanswered.
Horses.
Is the path that the riders took in and out of the quarry, is that the only kind of major path in and out of the quarry, it seems?
It looks like there's one at the opposite end of the quarry, but it's quite concealed from where you are in the distance away.
This looks like the
main entrance.
The main path, at least.
You could certainly scrabble down the stone to get to the base without going for that thing, but if you were to take any horses or anything, you'd have to go down the main path.
Rysis must pay for what he's done.
He's gone in
What he's
there for a
done
reason.
to that town, what he did to Ophir. We can suffer not the shadow that he casts upon this land.
We have no idea what he has in there in terms of men, supplies.
Next
Ah.
session.
He's
Trying to
retrieving
figure
mate- he's
wizards and
retrieving
barbarians
material
back
from
in the
this
car.
Mine,
They've
is he
not
not?
been back for 10 hours. Shall we move on?
Well, with those two, they've got like a year's worth of supplies.
Yeah, between the two of them.
He's retrieving something from this mine, yes?
Perhaps best we lay in ambush on the trail they
Nightfall,
took
exactly.
in until nightfall. And at night we go in and investigate if they haven't came out.
Are they coming out now or are they going
They're
in?
going into the quarry.
They're going into the quarry.
At pace. He's either trying to get in there quickly and leave quickly, or I don't know.
Or
I say
going
we-
there hoping that we haven't found out.
I say we set ambush on this. This appears to be the main way in and out of the quarry.
We did like tell everyone. We did like openly discuss that
Yes.
we were going to town. Cool.
We did.
Yeah.
I say
Well,
we-
not openly in town, but like at the wagons in town without
And
being
in the
too
pub, I think. Didn't we talk about
I
that?
didn't in the pub.
Oh.
There was a
Don't know
lot
if
of
anyone else
drunkenness
did.
going on in the pub. It's probably
Mm.
easily mentioned in the pub.
I say we lay ambush when he leaves. We
Perhaps,
avenge Ophir.
perhaps if you way up here on a cliffside where you can see, in case they do exit a different route, the rest of our party we can lay ambush on the track. You can signal us if you see them coming, and then
This is
I-
a prime position for me, yes.
I'm strongly suggesting that we investigate further at nightfall if they haven't left.
You said by a horse that looks like there's only one way in and out.
There's another entrance exit at the far side, but you can't see it clearly from where you are.
No, okay.
But it appears this is the main entrance.
Is Long Shadow hanging around?
Hey, by my side, yeah.
How obedient is that beast of yours?
He's well trained, but he's still a beast. Why?
Could he alert you to movement on the other side? Somehow?
He has no mystical or magical being, like properties, if that's what you're asking. He is just a well trained animal. He would have to be there and run back to me, and I have to interpret what he pours at me, but I can't communicate.
Don't he could help? But I wouldn't obviously want to put your companion in immediate danger.
I think we should lay ambush near here, get the caravan safe.
Is there an adjacent copse of trees conveniently that we could conceal the caravan in?
There's plenty of firs all surrounding this area, and you can see them all laid up on the mountains ahead.
Can I check the branches? There's nothing sleeping in this one.
We watch the quarry entrance. If he comes out, we ambush him. If it gets to nightfall, we go in.
No smoke, no light from the caravan.
No smoke, no light.
We have plenty of supplies. We can
No smoke,
rest in the trees.
no cooking.
Okay.
We can seal ourselves in the trees, or the caravan in the trees, and the rest of us.
But
Hello.
you're able to become animals.
I am.
Are you able to become anything that isn't a cow?
Something small,
I
perhaps.
can be a goat, or I could be a horse.
How are you with birds?
I can't be a bird. That's too much for me.
What's the fastest animal you can be?
A wolf. I could be something small.
If you could be something small, it might be useful if you could have a quick look in the quarry.
Like an otter?
I don't think
It might look a bit
otters-
out of place.
I
In
don't think
the body.
otters really live in quarries.
Did otter come to your head just because I said otter at the start?
Master Yi-Ban will be.
I like the idea of an otter. There is water down there.
No, that's
They're
it.
very oily.
I'm not sure what kind of creature would be natural in a quarry. Perhaps a rat?
I
mean-
could be a rat.
Possibly. I am also quite small, and people don't tend to see me. If you
You'll still be a person moving across open ground.
I could be a rat.
Weighed down by your personality as well.
Your words fall. Your
were
words fall
able
like
to
acid
become
rain
a
on the
rat.
delicate
Perhaps
petals
you
of my
could
heart.
Have a brief look ahead into the quarry, perhaps in daylight. No one would notice just a rat.
Yeah. I could do that.
They're going to notice a bird rat, though.
And with Lycidius up here on the cliff, if
Can I have a little box?
anything bad happened, he'd undoubtedly notice something happened and he could let us know.
I'll squeak if
But
I
if you
need help.
Going as a rat, just don't get into trouble, come straight back if something bad happens.
Alright, I will.
It's going to be like someone just shaved the top of the rat's head.
Right, where should I turn into a rat so I can get down with enough time?
If we get into position to ambush the track, and then you go from there. Say you're having to walk with your small rat feet quite far.
You're talking about I've had to walk 99,922 steps, and you guys have only walked 4.
You can camping?
Yes.
I can stay as a rat for 2
Practicing
hours.
the maths.
2 whole hours.
That's quite an impressive duration. I can't imagine that you would want to be a rat for 2 hours out of choice, however, so hopefully it doesn't quite come to that.
What's wrong with being a rat?
It's a rat. Like, all of these creatures are equal at the end of the day, but some are somewhat more savoury than others, per se.
All are equal
Don't
except the
eat
small
me.
ones.
We're not planning on eating you, don't worry about
Just because I'm savoury.
So, those of us who are better up close, but like you ambush down below in the track. Those of us who are better at range, perhaps stay up here with me. I can have a bit of sight of the quarry. We hide the caravan, and we watch and we wait.
I feel like I go with you. I need to be in that quarry. I need to see it.
I'll be with you.
If you see anything, signal us. By now we all know you have the best eye. And when it comes to nightfall, you'll be best guiding our way across that quarry as well. That, you know, Hunter, you have a way with nature like the rest of us.
We need to avenge off it. That's the plan.
And if nothing else, vengeance is a cruel motivator, but the shadow that man casts needs extinguishing. All the wrong that he has done in Cold. As Alcott says, who's to say he isn't keeping others against their will here? Let's get to our positions.
That's our plan.
Some of you move down going back down the slope, find the edge of the quarry. It's 40 feet across. A stone rises up on either side of you. You're going to stay up high.
Yes, I'll send Long Shadow with Bertolac.
I'll
Okay.
try and get down in some rocks and pull my cloak up like Sam and Frodo outside the Black Gate to try and conceal my shiny clank.
I'm going to try to go the opposite side of the road. To
Okay, so you're in Team Bertolac on
the yeah,
side of the road.
the opposite side of the road.
Team Birds like.
Which side of the road
You're going to
Pulling
Rat.
down to turn to the rat.
Right,
It might just me at the top of the time being then.
You're at the top of the time being. Alright.
And also we'll hide the caravan in some trees. I'll try and do my best rings with it and camouflage it.
Right. So you sort that out. It takes a little bit of time for them to get down the slope. I'm actually going to call a pause to it there
Yeah.
because I'd like to come back to this with the other two present as well.
Yeah, no sound.
We could push on for a little bit, but I think it'd be best if we have them.
No, it makes
road.
sense.
Is it going to be
Just
that
in
hard of a
case.
fight?
No, it's not that. It's just that it's easier for them to come into this situation now.
Yeah.
Rather than have to be filled in halfway of, oh, well, we've done X, Y, and Z. And
Essentially,
We
we've
can
just
just,
resupplied.
We can tell them what happened in the resupply, and this is our plan. We start.
So a nice sedate one, and we will pause it there and then pick up with you guys going into the quarry.
excellent.
You should have
Thank you
said
very much,
yes.
everybody.